What's up, fam? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I am so excited because my number one favorite guest and yours, I am sure, is back. Our queen, Sage.
Oh,
What's up?
stop it. Oh my God. I am so excited. No, I literally you were like, let's stream. We have so much to talk about. We have to repair Western civilization, and that's what we're gonna try to do.
Oh, just that, in a day's work. How are you, my love? You're looking very cute. I like the bangs.
I was telling you before, I'm like, I am in such desperate need of a bang trim. Like my bangs are the third guest of the show because they need to be trimmed so bad, but we're going with it. It is what it is. So
No, they look amazing.
oh my
I
God,
need a
you're so
haircut. I've come
sweet.
to realize though, my hair when it's too long, I look like a lesbian, and when it's too short, I look like Hitler. So it's like there's no winning for me, and I've just been wearing hats, and
You're,
then people say they
you're
hate my hat.
you're also gonna find, I don't know if this is as common with men as it is with women, but like as you get older, your hair completely changes texture. So like,
Who are you saying is getting older? What?
no, I'm saying you're a super youngin, but I'm saying what is going to eventually happen to you, which is happening to me right now. Um, it's crazy because the right side of my head has decided to like have this irritatingly perfect wave. And I say irritatingly perfect because the left side is a cluster B nutcase. So it would be much
As the
better.
left side always is.
Right. It would be much better if like both sides were just like crazy but like this side, oh my God, like
See,
it dries.
got that
It's
too.
so it's so perfect. And then this side is literally like a cluster B left it. And I'm just like, I can't, like, what is happening?
I got the same thing with the left side. Oh, yeah, it's something about the left side is always
Oh,
cursed.
it's so crazy. It's the weirdest thing. So
You know, in Italian, the word for left is the same as the word for sinister.
it's
So I think there's a reason for that.
so true.
Also, hello to our beautiful
But
chat friends.
yeah,
What's up, Dylan? My beautiful Courtney, my beautiful
oh,
Mandy,
oh my
Will,
God.
Ellen,
Oh,
Michael. Thanks for
Alan,
being here.
they're like the Greek chorus. I love them so much. Like they are the heart and soul of the stream.
Seriously, that's exactly what they are. The Greek chorus. I love that. Hey, Gaycon. Glad to have you here. Hope you're.
Good
Oh, God
evening.
bless you. Hope you're well in California. Jesus. Ooh. Sage, we've got so much shit to talk about. Cause it's been what I've missed you so much. When you're not here, we just all talk about you. It's been what, like 2 weeks?
This
It's
like
been too long.
blows my mind. You guys are insane. Like every time we finish, I'm like, that might be my last time. These people are gonna be so sick of me. They're just like, okay, can she just shut up? Like I don't.
Better not be your last time. Hello, my beautiful sea striker. What's up, dude? I know now. We were saying, I think it was the last stream. Some people in chat had a brilliant idea. So the last time you were on here, we were talking about the Tony Awards and the trans cats. Now I know you're a theater-y person. You know what a slime tutorial is, right? It's like the bootleg of a Broadway show.
Yes.
Okay, brilliant idea. I forget who in chat said it. However, I think we should find a slime tutorial of black trans queer cats and do a stream watching it.
EBT cats. It's EBT cats. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And also, there's some like they're starting to do more where I guess because they've realized they can't, rather than compete with the slime industry, um, you're seeing more like professionally filmed productions like on PBS and all of that. Like they'll just be like, all right, we'll put it up because people are just sliming it, right? There is one up. I think I messaged you about it. Have you ever seen or heard of the Suffragettes musical?
What's it called? The Suffs.
The Suffs. Yeah, the Suffs.
But I've heard of it.
It's on YouTube, like professionally. If there is ever something to react to,
We're watching it.
I got through about 90 seconds of it. And it's just like Democrat like porn on stage. Like it's just we're not going back and women and page like for 2.5 hours relentlessly. And they march and shit like that. It's just so it's so bad. And people pay, like they pay to go see this.
Oh, I'm sure they like cry watching it. They're delusional.
Like I think we should watch it. Now, I like to think that like one of my skills is bladder control. However,
is that on your resume at the bottom?
It is it's under special skills. And I just feel like so watching something like that, I'm going to be very, very tested because Michael, this like it's imagine like singing and dancing Hillary Clinton's for like 2.5 hours.
Is there a trailer? Let me look. I got to be careful out here, though. Our Tony Awards stream, I had to like chop it all up after they were blocking it. But I say, don't worry, I uploaded the unedited cut to.
Would it be Rumble. Better? Is it better on Rumble or no?
Well, I don't know if like it used to be like if you pause enough, it was fine. But those, I don't know, those Tonys people are very, I don't know.
Very uppity.
The Greek chorus says, they put stuff in insufferable. I've seen Hillary Clinton do the Macarena, and that was traumatizing enough. And I've seen the gay cats do their shit with, Jellicle cats.
That clip you sent me, oh my god.
Which one?
The one where it was like she was you couldn't call her a whore because she's just Latinx and like you know what I mean? And she's doing the railway number, and then she's just like, and then it's just like basically Magic City on a pole. Like it just.
It's like, and you thought Starlight Express was gay.
Oh my god, I know.
Oh, there's a trailer. There's a trailer for Suffs the Musical. All right, we're gonna have to be very pausy with it because YouTube, was all pissy with us last time. Hey. There's our beautiful Duke. Of course we are. Jellicle dogs and Jellicle cats. Jellicle cats and Jellicle cats. What did they do? I can't do it. I'm incapable. I'm a bad gay. But no, she was saying Suffs the Musical. We got to what? I got a trailer. Just got to be very pausy. All right, let's see what this mess is.
Mother to know I was here.
I want my sisters to know I was here. I already hate it.
My great
granddaughter. Oh my god. This is hard. What the fuck is she dressed like? The Hunger Games? What is that? Like what historical period is this supposed to be?
This is just gynocracy.
Is she like the Suff in the Colosseum?
Students to know I was here. I want my niece to know I was here.
Of course they're all, stunning women of color.
About the they them on the right. Can we just have a minute?
Just thinking that. What is that?
Yep, that's probably some kind of femme-esque situation.
As there were in the suffragette era, of course.
Women built everything, don't you know that?
Trans women of color built everything. Actually, trans women of color gave you your rights. Trans women of color built the pyramids.
Yeah. Well, right. And like I said, so my birthday is on D-Day, right? which
When's
makes me
D-Day?
June 6th. So,
Oh yeah, you
so
told me it was your
yeah,
birthday
yeah.
right after your birthday.
So obviously that makes me just problematic anyway. But I was like, wait,
Of course your birthday is D-Day, by the way.
So I'm like, do I like owe my life to some like trans woman of color who like, you know, liberated the camps or whatever?
Yes, you do. What is this music, by the way? Oh my God, weren't they segregated? Weren't they segregated also? Like, no disrespect, I'm not saying they should have been, but this seems a little fictional.
Yeah. And like, why are so, and I've noticed this just with like theater now in general, whether we're talking about Broadway or the West End, there is a disproportionate number of fat people. Why are they all fucking fat?
Well, how are they fat? My question is more how, because you're doing 8 shows a week dancing around and stuff. Like, how are you fat?
I don't know. And it's like, are they going out of their way to get, so I fell down a rabbit hole the other night of, I think the YouTube channel is like London Theater Live or something. I don't know. I can pull it up, but it's basically a channel dedicated to like the theater in the West End. And I was like, let me see what's happening in London, outside of just like the Islamic takeover, right? I'm like, what is happening in the theater scene in London? So they put up, they have all these videos because they kind of did recently, like, you know how Broadway will do like Broadway and Bryant Park and things like that, where they just come and perform. They did the London equivalent of that. So all the shows come and I'm like, all right, let me see what's out there. First of all, as retarded as Broadway has become, the West End was like, hold my beer. Because because they are doing musicals that it's like, what is happening? Like they turned the Karate Kid into a musical.
What?
Okay, like it's all this ridiculous shit. But so I was like, well, let me just go to like the staples. Let me just look at the ones that I know. So like, let's look at Phantom. Let's look at Les Mis. Let's look at Wicked. Like what's happening? I don't, like the talent is so subpar, like embarrassing, like to the point where I'm like, if I was like sitting at a casting table after the first verse, I would have been like, okay, thank you very much. We've heard enough. Like, have a good day. Like, it's so bad. And it's very interesting to watch how they are dealing with race because they seem to be way more obsessed than even Broadway with like representation and not casting white people. And to me, Les Mis was the most glaring because they had like a 10-minute block. So they did a whole bunch of songs. I'm like, okay, let me take this in. I was a big Les Mis girl back in the day, so I'm very picky about Les Mis. And okay, we start with a Black Joubert, which is not a deal breaker for me. I have seen very good Black Jouberts. Okay, cool, fun. But, and it's not that he wasn't talented, but like, holy miscast. Just like, clearly not a baritone, clearly just trying to get down there. It was not working. He didn't look right. It like, okay, fine, whatever.
Was it the black trans Les Mis ball?
No, wait. Then we get Eponine. And I was shocked at when she first walked out. When she first walked out, I was like, oh my God, it's a blue-eyed blonde white girl. When is the last time I've ever seen a white Eponine? It's been like years. Like she's either Black or she's Asian. Always. So I'm like, oh my God, it's like a white girl playing Eponine. I'm floored. But then I look closely and I'm like, okay, she's decidedly not pretty, which sorry, Eponine is actually supposed to be really not in the book. She's not pretty. In the show, Eponine is supposed to be absolutely adorable, and
Was
she's
that Amanda Seyfried in the movie?
yeah. No, that was Cosette. You're thinking of Cosette.
Oh yeah. So Samantha, what's her name?
Yeah.
Okay. I get my Les Mis confused.
So she's super like radically mid and fat. I'm like, this bitch is supposed to be starving on the streets of Paris, okay? And she looks like a Palestinian. Right? Like, I can't take this seriously. You're supposed to actually be famine, like for real.
Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. What's up, Hayden? I was on this awesome dude's show the other day. It comes as we filmed it. Oh my god. I'm so excited. We had the best time. It's like his show is mostly about horror and movies and stuff. So we talked a bunch of nerdy shit, and we decided to rewrite Scream 5, how Scream 5 should have been. So I don't know that my idea is all that much better, but I'm excited for you guys to see it. So do me a favor, everybody, go subscribe to his channel because
we'll go subscribe. But let me just finish,
my love.
Let me finish this really quick. So she's super
Sorry,
mid.
that was a tangent.
She's super mid and fat. Okay. Like, okay, so that's the trade-off to her being white, is she has to be super mid and fat. Like that's how you get a white Eponine. Then we get into like one of the big ensemble numbers, right? And so I was like, all right, let me take it all in. So then it's like, oh, okay, Cosette's Puerto Rican, because like that makes sense. And
as they were in the French Revolution.
Right. And the leader of the student rebellion literally looks like, I'm watching it with my boyfriend and he was like, is that Lou Diamond Phillips? Because that's exactly what he looked like. It was just so bad. And like, it's just so subpar. And then watching the other shows, they all had a disproportionate number of just like fat, with like legit fat women. Why? What happened to standards? What happened to shame? What happened to like a weight warning? I don't understand.
A weight warning.
You know?
Is it a high school production? Hey, what's up, Michael? What's up, Robbie? Oz loves you. Oh my god, thank you. I love my Australians / New Zealand. Is Oz Australia or New Zealand? Stupid question. I'm very smart. I'm aware. Oz is Australia, right?
Is what?
Oz, is that Australia or New Zealand?
I don't know. I'm retarded. I have no clue.
I am too. I think it's Australia. I know he lives in one or the other.
Let's go with that.
Australia. I knew it. I'm less retarded than I thought. Not really. Sherry is doing her best to bring back shame.
Oh, yeah, no, she is. And I just love her for it. Like, she is.
We need to do a stream, the three of us, by the way. Because you two.
She's just such a, like, godly little creature. I love her so much.
I know. I love the both of you.
All right, let's finish playing this. Like, you.
Oi.
Take it in.
Great American fish. Drink if they called you
Another
an
one.
egg. Drink if they called you a slut or a shrew.
Oh my god. Oh my god. So this is just like Feminism the Musical.
It literally is. And do you notice too how many of them are dressed in like masculine clothing?
I was gonna say, I think they have women playing the men.
This is all masculine cope. Like, oh yeah, no, there's no men in the show. There's no men.
Bad men.
In the show. Yeah.
Drink if they called you a crazy hag. Drink if the...
I mean, I think I could tell you why you're getting called crazy hags. Maybe you're just crazy hags. This show could have been called MIKEroaggress'd. This could have been MIKEroaggress'd the musical. Because it sounds like they're just complaining about microaggressions.
Rumors are true.
Oh my god. Wait, Graham Lynham wrote a musical called Gay. This is the female version. I need to see that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that one in the middle, like there's no way that's a natural woman. Oh
Yeah,
boy.
she's looking a little Michelle. She looks a little Michelle.
Oh my God. There's no way that's an actual woman. There's no way. That's like a
Again,
fucking linebacker.
no, it's a Michelle. It's a Michelle.
It's a Michelle. Oh my God. Okay, this looks like it's taking place in the pits of hell.
No, right?
Sorry, by the way, y'all, I'm being so pausy. I don't want to.
Couple
What?
scenes ago, it just looked like an insane asylum. Like, the ones that are like all in,
insane asylum.
they were like all in great. But this show, I'm convinced, is like the 8th circle of hell. Like, if you,
We have to watch it.
yeah, because we're masochists. So sure.
We should do a double feature of this and Black Trans Cats.
There's got to be a slime tutorial of it. We need to let's look and see if we can find one.
Oh, we're finding one. I did a little bit of looking, and there are people who like they don't sell you a slime tutorial. They trade you a slime tutorial. And the only one I have saved, I see the wonderful Dylan sent me a really good one of Beetlejuice the musical that I still have. But that's all I got. So I'm like, will you trade me a gay cat for a Beetlejuice? I'm like in a back alleyway trying to trade Broadway musicals. This is the gayest shit ever.
Let me just tell you, because back in the day, and I'm talking like the late 90s, early 2000s, that like this whole trading thing, this is not new, but this used to all be done by snail mail. When we finally meet in person, I will show you my collection and it will blow your fucking mind.
I'm on my way. I'm on my way now. You cannot keep me away. All right, let's see the end of the. Yay! Oh, look, it's trying to play the whole musical. Absolutely not. Although we should. We have like actual shit to get into. However, before we do, we talked about this on the last stream, so just briefly though, I haven't talked about it with you yet.
Mm-hmm.
Good news and bad news. The good news, The Sound of Music is coming back to Broadway. The bad news, this is Maria von Trapp, who was a real person, by the way. Was not a African woman. And this is the same chick who they race swapped Betty Boop, and she played Betty Boop.
Oh, it's that same girl. Because isn't that now on Broadway, or it's gonna be?
No, it closed. So shocker.
What was like opening night, also closing night?
Pretty much. But it was funny. I commented on the like Broadway Instagram post or whatever about this, and all I said is I was like, oh, that sounds great, I can't wait to see it. Also, in a completely unrelated news, I can't wait to see the revival of The Color Purple starring Idina Menzel. I commented that right before going on a stream. I was on a stream for like hour and a half, 2 hours. I look at my phone after, and it's just like pages and dozens of pages of these people freaking out. How dare I? They're commenting on all my posts. You're racist. You're this. I'm like, why? I said I can't wait to see it. And also, you surely would have no problem with Leah Michele in Dreamgirls, right?
When they call you racist, you say thank you.
I'm at the point where I just say, okay, now what? Like,
This is, yeah, I mean, this bitch is gonna be Maria. That's, yeah. Do we know what the rest of the cast is? Have they done this to anybody else? Okay.
And the thing is, like, as much as I would hate for there to be, a white cast of like Dream Girls or
Yes,
the
I agree with
I
you.
hate that. It would be horrible. This is even worse though because it's a real character. It's historical events.
Yeah.
But
mean, yeah.
well, like I said, we got real shit to get into. I just knew you would love that.
Yeah.
We have so much shit to talk about. So should we go in like chronological order?
Whatever you want. You can freeform. Pick the poison we're starting with.
Oh yeah, also are the Nazis in The Sound of Music just gonna be like white supremacists or like, you know, a different genre of white? They're just gonna be like Klansmen? I'm willing to bet the Nazis aren't black. No, of course not.
No.
Yeah, wait, let me pull this up. Also,
the Nazis are going to be Jews.
Yes! You guys said that at like the exact same time. Yup. And the message will be free Palestine.
Exactly.
What was it saying? Oh yeah, let me get this pulled up. I know what we got to get into. Also though, if anyone feels so inclined, send in your super chats, help support the channel. I'm trying to hit my YouTube minimum for the month in my fun employment era, which I think may be coming to an end shortly. Say a prayer. I'm trying very hard and it's been frustrating. All right, let's go in chronological order. So first, because it has been an eventful week or two. So first you had the Jewish congressman getting thrown out of the coffee shop. And these people, these Democrats, like, I have no sympathy.
No.
Because this is what they've enabled. And the thing is, they'll learn nothing from it. It's not like this will change their views in any way. Oh,
No.
also, parentheses. See, Sherry is way better at this than I am. Also, y'all, do that. Hit the like button. Do all the stuff. Subscribe if you haven't. And send in your super chats in my quest of grifty griftdom.
So here's my thing about this, because my comment about this and my feelings about I'm sure you saw the video of what happened to that degenerate Scott Wiener.
Oh, we'll get to him next.
It's the same pathology, it's the same thing, it's the same. And basically there's two things going on. One, Dan Goldman and Scott Wiener deserve absolutely no sympathy. And we can get into why that is. Also, at the same time, the people who own that coffee shop and the people at that Pride event are the fucking scum of the earth. Both things are true. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, this motherfucker, Dan Goldman, who, by the way, like, we don't claim him. Yes, I am speaking for all the Jews. No, we do not claim him. Him and Scott Wiener need to understand that the only thing that they're just, the level of degradation that they have engaged in is so perverse. It should have its own OnlyFans account. Okay. I have never seen the level of just to watch someone degrade themselves, to shred every ounce of self-respect. It's quite a thing. But the only thing that is going to get these people in the end is a corner cot with a view in the camps. Okay? That's it. And they don't understand that this man, this pathetic male, he's not a man. He has gone to, I think he went to Mamdani's mosque, okay? And he got up there and he's saying, I want to work with Rashida Tlaib and Ilhan Omar, and I want to free the... Fuck you. All right? Like, you want to endanger yourself, you go right the hell ahead. But when you do this, you're putting a target on all non-retarded Jews. Thank you very, very much. Okay, so I have no sympathy. He is as much my enemy as any crazy Islamist. Scott Wiener too. Fuck these people. Go to the camps. Go ahead.
He was the one who was like singing in Arabic, wasn't he? At some mosque.
Well, he went and spoke. I don't know if he was singing, but he spoke at a mosque where the imam got up and said death to the infidels, which, by the way, is not like a radical thing. That's what they say in the fucking mosques, all right? This is the thing that people need to understand. This like, oh, well, it's just like radical Islam. No. Radical Islam is true Islam.
Yep. That's what my buddy Greg always says, is that when people say extremist Muslims, no. The extremist Muslims are the ones who stand against this shit. That's extreme to them.
That's what it
called extreme Islam is just Islam. Also, oh my God, thank you so much,
Courtney.
Wait, here it is. Thank you so much. Remember,
we need to do a.
I'm late, but I'm here for the absolute best lady on the planet and Mikey.
We need to do a stream with Courtney too. It's like Courtney, Sherry.
With her. Let's get all the coolest, most
on here.
Space chicks. God, I love her. I do too. Courtney, I will fight you for her. This is my girlfriend.
I love both of you so much.
We love you. Well, what I want to bring up, I don't know if you've seen the coffee shop that kicked him out. So wait, let me see first of all what they had to say. Something about like blah, 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 human rights, something, genocide. Oh, yeah. Hey, Congressman Dan Goldman. It always sounds like a fucking jilted girlfriend. You know, like you can just hear.
What they are. They're just teenagers.
Yeah. But they're not. They're middle-aged.
Yeah, but the mentality, like.
Yeah.
Think about the mentality of like a bratty, rebellious teenager and a leftist. What's the difference?
Nothing. Hey, Congressman Dan Goldman, we see that you stopped by our shop today for a coffee. Do you see how it doesn't taste like genocide juice? Or are you still having a hard time telling the difference? It's so like female. It's such like a bitchy woman thing, the way that they always speak. And the owner, I don't know who wrote this in particular, but the owner is a dude.
He's a male.
Exactly. Well, what I want to bring up though, I don't know if you've seen this coffee shop. The website is just fucking delicious.
I can only imagine.
Let me pull this up. It is unbelievable. Poetica Cafe. And of course they're in Brooklyn. Radical Hospitality. This is the coffee shop that kicked them out for being Jewish.
It's probably owned by a Jew. Is it?
Oh no, it's some like fucking. Let me find his name. It's some you'll love this guy's name. Poetica Coffee owner. What the fuck was his name? Parviz Muhammad Kuvlov. Allah Akbar. Radical Hospitality, though. Rooted in the Uzbek tradition where the guest is sacred, the books are unbanned. You know, unlike everywhere else in New York where you just can't buy a book. It's illegal. And the door is open to everyone. It needs to have a little asterisk, unless you're a dirty Jew.
No, because they don't see. It's not. If you are not genocidal towards the state of Israel, you are not a human. You are not a person to them. So in their mind, they are not being hypocritical. He's not a person to them. Like,
and it's not just Israel. Obviously, that's the current thing, but it's anyone who does not submit and conform and fall in line with them. Look at this bullshit. The neighborhood takes care of the guest, which even if they weren't so full of shit, just it gives me the creeps. This sort of like collectivist language about the community and the neighborhood. It just gives me the icks.
Yeah.
in the mahallas of Uzbekistan.
Oh.
Hospitality isn't something one person does. It's something the whole neighborhood organizes. Ugh, I hate this so much. Yeah,
We will
the
get
whole neighborhood in
yeah,
Bushwick is going to come
we
together to
we
serve
will
you
get
your coffee.
into we will get into why this fits perfectly with Islam, because it does, and there are reasons for it. And again, I feel like people are really not making connections that need to be made in order to fully understand the enemy that you're fighting. And you can't fight an enemy that you don't understand. So we'll get into all of that, because there's just a lot of people being very retarded.
When you guys hear this, I just keep in mind this is the place that threw the guy out for being Jewish. Tea and bread before questions. A place at the table before an invitation. The guest is sacred because the act of welcoming is how a community holds itself together. These people think reality is just a choose your own adventure. Like, whatever they say, it just means the opposite. Like, these are the most full of shit people on planet fucking Earth.
Well, they're talking about people who align with them. So again, like, you're reading this as though they're decent people. They're not. So in their perspective, they didn't do anything wrong.
They're deranged. They're
Yes.
deranged.
Yeah, they're morally sick.
The name comes from the literary traditions of Samarkand. What was that, Star Trek? The philosophy comes from the Mahalla he grew up in. Oh God. In sum, hospitality is a political act. I hate this so much. Even if they hadn't kicked the guy out, even if they meant what they were saying, I hate it so much.
Wait, I want to read. Hold on, banned.
Oh yeah, banned books. Every Poetica location keeps a shelf of books that someone somewhere has decided you shouldn't read. The shelf is not decorative. Take one.
I guarantee you.
There are no banned books in the United States of America. Go to Barnes and Noble.
What do you want to bet? What
do
you want to bet Mein Kampf is on that shelf?
It's probably their guidebook. Refugee solidarity. Poetica was founded by an immigrant from Uzbekistan during a pandemic. The Mahalla doesn't check papers. Oh my God. Who the fuck is the Mahalla? I think that he was like the villain in Moulin Rouge, right? The Mahalla doesn't check papers. We work with local organizations supporting refugee resettlement and employment in Brooklyn because belonging is not a policy. It's a practice. The sacred guest, Memon. And I think that was the demon from Hereditary. The Uzbek concept of the sacred guest means that whoever walks through the door is treated with unconditional dignity. Really, whoever, unless it's a Jew. I almost am jealous. Like, I wish I had the audacity to, like, can you imagine, like, saying this shit and then you're kicking out Jews?
No, I think what I'm always awed by is the confidence these people have. Like, I just don't know what it's like to be that confident and that wrong.
And that hypocritical.
Yeah, like, it's so
by the way, I just looked this up because Duke asked. Uzbekistan does not have open borders. International entry is strictly regulated.
Yes.
And travelers must cross at authorized controlled checkpoints. Gee. Who would have thunk it?
But, like, reading this, like, this is the scariest shit you've ever read.
Yeah, these people are fucking nuts. Everyone is treated with unconditional dignity, not as a customer, not as a transaction, which they threw his money back at him, as someone who arrived and deserves to be welcomed. Unless you're a Jew. You know what's unfortunate too, with how fucking nutjob communist Brooklyn is? They're probably getting more business than ever. All these fucking deranged Tomasos are probably lining up around the block to support these fucks.
Mm-hmm.
7 mahalas. See, it's not a coffee shop. It's a mahala. Can someone tell me what the fuck a mahala is?
Hold on. How do you spell it?
Mahalla.
Okay.
It's gonna be about like the fucking ancient tribes in Uzbekistan and
Arabic. It's an Arabic term for neighborhood, quarter, or local community.
I knew the community had entered the chat.
Indeed.
Yeah, exactly, Ramiro. How come everyone else gets to have borders? Yeah. Because America is the epitome of all evil, so everyone else can have borders, but us. We're the only racists. I can't with these people. Like, imagine saying all this with a straight face and then kicking Jews out of your coffee shop. Excuse me, of your mahala.
The thing is that I don't know if I'm assuming like the owner's Muslim. It doesn't say, but I'm just betting. And the thing about that is you got to understand, for the agenda they have, they will glom on to any acceptable cause and rhetoric. So the left is a very fertile ground for this. Right. And it's not like that's a secret. Like, they'll basically tell you. And if you go and like watch interviews or podcasts or anything with like ex-Muslims, like who were really devout and into it, they will tell you this completely. They are raised like this. It's like, this is what I'm saying. The West has no understanding of Islam, but unfortunately, Islam has a brilliant understanding of the West. They really, really do. They completely understand what makes us tick, our values, how we think, how we react. They understand us perfectly. And they kind of remind me of like, I always compare it to the zombie apocalypse because no, it's like the zombies, right? They're slower than you, they're dumber than you, and they win. This is very much the same thing, honestly. I'm really not trying to sound provocative or snarky, but the comparison kind of holds, because you're talking about an ideology that was basically born in the fucking 7th century desert that really hasn't evolved since then. It's very primitive, it's very tribal, it's very savage, and it's fucking...
Wait, Sage, you froze for a sec. Repeat what you said.
Am I back?
Yeah, just repeat what the last thing you said.
I'm just saying that, like, with Islam, it's an ideology that was born in the 7th century desert. It's primitive, it's savage, it's low IQ, honestly, and it's beating the West.
That's why I was gonna say I kind of disagree that they're dumber than us. I think they're fucking smarter, because look what they're doing.
It depends on what we're talking about, but they have in terms of like, they do not apologize for themselves, their culture, their beliefs, their ambitions, ever. Never.
They don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck. The West, we love nothing more than to apologize for ourselves. It's like a fetish. Well, if you've got two ideologies and one of them is openly authoritarian, tyrannical, conquering, savage, unmerciful to its core, and you've got another one that's like universalism and compassion and kindness and apology and accountability. Which one you think is going to win? And
oh, sorry.
No, I'm just saying it's like the West can save itself, but I don't know if it has the stomach to save itself, especially at this point, because you let it get so far that I think we are rapidly, if we haven't already, run out of time for this to be done in a polite or humane looking way.
Well, and the thing is, when I say they're smart, they are strategically smart. They are highly strategic. That in Islam, there's the concept of taqiyya, which is exactly what Mamdani is doing. It's what a lot of these people are doing. That they put on a facade. They pretend to have, you know, more moderate beliefs and pretend to appeal to all these people. And then the moment they get power, you see the fucking Islamist come out.
There is he's on
the Duke
Twitter.
said, "We see a rainbow, they throw a child at it."
100%. There's a guy on Twitter, and actually he wrote a book recently. If you don't follow him, and if you haven't read the book, you should. I will buy it and send it to you. His name is Dan Bermawi, and he's an ex-Muslim, and he's I think also now like a theologian and Middle East historian, but he wrote a book that came out last year. It's called Islam, Israel, and the West. It will blow your mind. You will not be able to put it down. It is so good. And if you want to fully understand this, just read the book.
Oh, I got to read that.
Yeah, I will buy it for you tonight and send it to you.
I just started reading a book that talks about this. It's called Dupes, How America's Adversaries Have Manipulated Progressives for a Century. Because this did not just start yesterday.
No, but I think that like with Islam, what we're seeing is it's certainly the newest mainstream iteration of this, and it's very effective. And the problem is that it's not just it's most effective on the left, but it's actually very effective with what I call the post-constitutional right.
By which you mean like the woke Reich?
Yeah, I know people don't like the term like woke Reich, but okay, fine. I'll say post-constitutional right, whatever you.
I just wanted to make sure we're talking about the same thing.
Yeah, we're talking about the same thing, and Islam appeals to them for very different reasons than it appeals to the left. So with the woke right, they see something like Islam as like the cure for Western degeneracy. In other words, they see it as a cure for the ills of liberalism. So like if you're talking about the LGBTQ, blah, 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 and feminism and all that, they look at Islam and they're like, oh, well, something like that. And they want to take it into sort of this like, you know, very like Islamo-Christian, Catholic, like they think they can use it, right, to sort of do a legit Christian nationalism kind of thing. And that's not going to work either. But they look at Islam and that's what they see. Whereas the left is like, oh, well, we see anti-capitalism and anti-imperialism and minorities and just, you know, a rejection of the West that's oppressive. So that's the danger of this, is it appeals to both extremes. And the thing they have in common is that they want to overthrow the West.
I want to bring up the dumbest people on planet fucking Earth. You look up the term useful idiots in the dictionary, and this is what you'll fucking find. So they had the Pride Parade the other day in New York. Oh, wait, I was looking for... Oh, yeah, I didn't see this, actually, but it's not surprising. Did you see the video of Mamdani walking in a Pride Parade with 8 bodyguards? Safety for me, but not for thee. Yep, that's something I talk about a lot on here, is that, you know, the policies that they want for you are not what they want for themselves. They live behind their gated communities. Walls for them, open borders for you. They make their millions and billions of dollars. Capitalism for them, socialism for you. They have their armed bodyguards. Personal defense for them, no Second Amendment for you. So these people would melt if they had to live under the standard that they want for everyone else, which is why whenever I meet somebody who claims that they want open borders, I always say the same thing. I'm like, cool, well, open borders start at home. Why don't you leave your front door open at night? Welcome in every vagrant and every bum that wants to come in. You can't ask questions. You can't vet them. You can't see who they are. That would, just not be empathetic. That would be fascism. So you'll do that, right? Because these people, they don't know why they believe the things they do. They've never put 2 seconds of thought into this. The God that these people worship is social pressure, is fitting in, being part of the collective, and they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. So, God, you have to see this fucking mess. Queers for Palestine at the New York Pride Parade. Do you hear the music, by the way? Do you hear the music that's playing at the fucking Pride Parade? Do you hear the Islamic music?
I wouldn't call it music. I mean, it is one of the it is just one of the ugliest sounds. Like that and the call to prayer have got to be it's like the sound of death.
Yeah, exactly. Duke. I'm just waiting for these fools to go do their Queers for Palestine march in Gaza. Pretty please, I'll donate. I will pay for it. I will pay for it. We will all chip in. A one-way ticket is all you'll need, I promise. It's unbelievable. Look at these people float. That's not a Trump flag, is it? No, it's gonna say something else. Look at his shirt. God's favorite slut.
Oh my God. It's
so gross.
And when I see what should be like men doing this, it's even worse, Like
So
that's a full grown male. He's not a man, but it's
see, we got at least 3 people here who will chip it. We will all chip in for any person on this float. If anyone knows who these people are, put me in touch. Oh, by the way, side note, if anyone watching this knows of any alphabet people, I don't care which letter they are, who would be I really want to I'm just like itching to get in there with some alphabet people. So if anybody out there knows a leftist alphabet person who would be down to do a live debate with me, I did one years ago. It's on my channel. And I rewatched it last night for the first time in a couple years, and it was shocking to me how patient I was, how reasonable, how moderate I was. I'm like, oh, I am like, 1,000 notches to the right now, more than I was then. I was still saying LGBT. I would, ugh. But yeah, if I cannot find anybody who will agree to it. But if anyone out there wants to put me in touch with an alphabet person, I don't care if it's a gay, a trans, a mentally ill person, whatever they are, send them my way. Anyway, look at this fucking mess. Look at that. Look at this. Look at this. Please, please, we will pay for you to go to Gaza with that outfit. Can you imagine wearing this? And this dude makes me look like I dressed modestly. But imagine wearing this look at the Arabic writing here, the Islamic fucking fundamentalism, and this is what you're wearing. You're marching for fucking Islam.
See, here's the thing though. Because obviously you have the people who genuinely believe that Gaza is, just one step away from being a queer paradise, right? Like they honestly think Gaza is, we know it's not like a real place, like Palestine's not real, but like it is this blank canvas for leftist utopia. Like that's what it is. It's pure fantasy island for them. But The ones who are slightly less retarded, who actually will admit that gay people are not accepted in Palestine, because there are a few of them who will actually admit that. But the problem with them is that the reason that they come to that conclusion, and this is why facts don't work with this whole movement, is because what they're going to tell you is that, yes, gay people are oppressed in Palestine, but the reason for that is because it is this religious extremism is a response
To America.
to Western oppression. So it's not, in other words, like, they don't believe in real agency for the third world. They don't believe that the third world is anything but a reactive force.
Then
So
what was their excuse before 1776? What was their excuse then? Were they, you know, did they love gays prior to the existence of America, and then America came around and
well, I mean, if you ever look,
stoning-
if you ever hear them talk about, like, it gets into fantasy, like what they imagine that it was like, you know, in these indigenous and primitive times, and all of that. And then of course there's the whole I don't even know if I want to say this. I don't know how much you know about the Prophet Muhammad and his story and all of that.
Oh, I know a bit.
Okay,
But
do you know about the whole, like, and I learned this from watching and listening to other people, because I've been like on this kick for like 2+ years now. Do you know about what's called the Night of Al-Zut? Do you know what that is?
No,
okay. So apparently there's this story that Muhammad was under the impression that you gain a lot of strength and power and force by being involved with very big, strong, powerful warriors. So the night there was this massive sort of gangbang orgy.
You mean to tell me the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was a faggot?
Well, it's not quite like that. It was done for the sole purpose of gaining strength and power. So he was taken by like a gazillion different like warrior men to get their strength.
Oh, the Prophet was the bottom.
Oh yeah.
Upon him.
Oh yeah.
And it sounds like a peace was upon him.
So I'm just saying that, like, and if you look at like a lot of the stuff in Islam, like, this is the gayest religion I've ever seen. Like, this is just faggotry unleashed. I mean, it kind of wears the masculinity of it, like a skin suit. Like, this never see, like, it's super femme to me. Like, it's just, you know, but I'm just saying, so there's things that you can point to be like, wow, you know, this is actually very like super gay and everything. So
hi, my beautiful Christy. What's
hello.
up? Also, hey to everybody joining us now. Hey Junga, hey Angela. Well, I actually, for these Queers for Palestine, I actually a while ago had done, I think it's art. I think it's art.
I'm sure it is.
I painted an artistic rendering. I drew a beautiful picture for the Queers for Palestine. And I think this is just a beautiful rendering of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Excuse me, peace be upon she, her.
She, her.
Isn't she, her lovely?
Lovely and blonde.
Right? She, her has a very tiny penis, but that's okay. You know, some women have little tiny penises like the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon she, her. I think she's stunning. Oh, I'm so sorry. You're right. It's she, they. I'm sorry. I got she, they's pronouns wrong. The hair is on point, though. I'm mad. They didn't put what's it called? Where they put like a hex on you. Not a hex, but they put a hit out on you. What's it called?
The fatwa.
The fatwa. Yeah, I was hoping this would get me fatwa, but no such luck. It's so amazing too, though, that these same people, the Queers for Palestine's type, you know, if you're anything other than a communist, if you're an independent even, let alone, God forbid, a Republican, they hate you for it. You're against yourself. You support people who don't support you. You're big in all these things, while they support radical fundamentalist Islam.
But you have to understand, again, Islam is opposed to capitalism. Now, where these people make a complete fatal error is that these people are retarded, and they assume if any culture or person or group or whatever is opposed to capitalism, that automatically means they are in favor of some kind of like socialist utopia. No. You can be opposed to capitalism and, for example, say want feudalism. Okay, feudalism is also not capitalism, right? In fact, capitalism was a revolution against feudalism that even the original like godfathers of communism praised to the hilt, because feudalism is atrocious. So for Islam, like, yeah, they can be like, oh yeah, socialism and human rights. These people, we're talking about a religious theocracy that wants feudalism, okay?
It's unbelievable. Oh God. They're look at this shit. They're in every city marching Queers for Palestine, which also, by the way, let me just, you know, I'm sure anyone watching this is already aware, but if there's one person who isn't, gay rights in Gaza are severely restricted, with same-sex sexual activity between men carrying a maximum penalty of 10 years in prison. And by the way, that's if you're fucking lucky. That's if you're not thrown off a building. That's if you're not stoned to death. These people are out of their fucking minds. They'll call Trump a fascist and picket Trump over imagined slights, imagined words. But they don't care about, you know, and the funny thing, too, is they really don't give a shit about gay people who have to live in Islamic countries, and women who have to live in Islamic countries, who are the most oppressed people on planet Earth. I mean, you want to talk oppression? That's fucking oppression.
Yeah, because it's not about any of that. And it's not even about like socialism. And it sure as hell not about economics. And the reason that I'm saying that is because, well, for example, okay, they love to talk about socialism. Let's take Trump for a second. All right. Now, Trump, and I will defend this. I think that like when it comes to economics specifically and what he has done for the working class, I would say that Trump is probably on that regard, arguably the most leftist president of my lifetime. I think he's done a lot for wages. I think when you secure the border, you bring manufacturing back here. That's all working class that was one time very left-wing positions, okay, until like 5 minutes ago. That's left-wing shit. Now you can look at do you remember when he announced that he was doing, I think they're called like the Trump accounts or something, that every kid born was going to get? That is very arguably an actual socialist policy. Okay? If we are just talking the economics, right? But everyone was sort of sharing that, like, oh, this is amazing. This is amazing. Yes, it's a good thing. But the left, they either didn't care or they trashed it for some reason, because this is not about anything to do with economics. Again, let's look at
Or
Israel.
with truth.
Or with truth. Israel has some actual socialist policies. Israel has universal health care, and they did not turn into Canada. Okay? The Knesset, the kibbutzes, those were, especially like back in the 60s and everything, those were socialist. That's why I'm saying this has nothing to do with economics. This has nothing to do with the working class. This is about upending and replacing Western civilization. They're using socialism as the cudgel, the rhetoric, right? Working class. These people don't give one fuck about the working class. Now, let me just say this and then I will shut up. But
No,
like,
don't. Please don't.
when you look at these DSA types that I know we're going to get into, right? And they're screaming about whether it's communism, socialism. These people have never read a book, all right? They don't know anything about anything. Now, the reason that I will actually not apply if we're talking about a political movement, the political movement that is socialism, communism, yes, the label fits these people and they are our enemies and we need to fight it. But if you are going to try to tell me that, let's say the men, the factory workers, the men who worked in the mines back in like the 1800s or the 1920s and 30s, who legit were working under horrible conditions and had no protection and whatever, and they were actually trying to fight for labor rights and some better wages and working conditions, you think that those men have anything in common with these motherfuckers? You're out of your mind. And also, these DSA types wouldn't spit on those men if they were on fire. But socialism, they're both claiming the word. That's what I'm saying. That's why you can't get bogged down on that. You're going to miss what the problem is.
And you're going to lose, because I think
you're going to lose.
I know for me, at least when I was a liberal, not that I knew anything about any of this, like most liberals, I didn't know anything. However, I'd heard Republicans just yapping for so many years, socialism,
Right.
socialism, socialism, that it's kind of like racist. The word became meaningless. So I think this is so much worse than anything, any terminology that has ever been used
and that's why I'm saying there's a difference between the historical tradition and the political movement. Because again, Trump's going to get up there and he's ranting about communism and socialism. Cool, he should. But at the same time, again, I'm like, well, you just kind of also like put forth an arguably socialist policy, but he's not calling it that. And that's where people are getting very confused. So it's like, no one is going to say like, no, we don't want, people to have health care or affordable housing. And that's why they use that, because it's a very useful thing. Like, how can you argue against that? Because that's not really what they're arguing for. That's the trick. That's not what any of this is about.
Well, and they admit that in their own literature. The issue is never the issue.
They just want destruction. Now, they want people to be so demoralized, so upset, so helpless that they will tolerate lawlessness as a form of political grievance, right? They will tolerate
and they have,
and they do. And that's also why, because you'll see people sometimes be like, why are they so obsessed with like making things ugly? Well, because it's a form of demoralization, right? When you walk outside and things are beautiful, you don't want to upend society. Okay. So it's just another way to trick, but this has Nothing to do with getting you a fair wage or healthcare. Zero. Absolutely zero. These people are the biggest enemies to the working class.
Yes. Well, and that's the thing too. Like, they can never answer this question, that if leftist Democrats have all the answers and their policies are so good and so helpful for the working class and all that, why is it that every place that they get control goes to shit? Not only goes to shit in terms of lawlessness, in terms of ugliness, but becomes infinitely more expensive. Look at this shit. Let me show you. For example, New York, for example, has had far left leadership for 15 years, maybe. We had 8 years of the most far left mayor in history, and then replaced him with someone even more far left. So at minimum a decade. And Bloomberg was no bargain either, but let's say minimum of a decade. My first apartment in New York, I paid $1,000 and had a brownstone on the Upper East Side. Look at, what do you think the average one bedroom in New York goes for now?
Oh,
$4,500 to $5,200 a month.
I was gonna say between $3,000 and $5,000. Yeah.
Oh, there's nothing for $3,000. $4,500 to $5,200 a month. So they don't question. Maybe this shit hasn't worked. Maybe something else would be better. They don't give a shit though. Like I said, the god that they worship is social pressure, is fitting in. I think most of these people aren't even aware that they're for the destruction of Western civilization. They just don't give a shit.
Well,
it's more important to them to sit at the good people table.
The DSA, like the actual people in that, like they're aware of it. They'll tell you.
Oh yeah, let me pull up their fucking platform, by the way.
Useful idiots. No, what these people want is essentially, it's not even socialism in any way that might be reasonable. What they want is basically state capitalism. They just want to replace the private landlord with the state. It's not different than capitalism. They just want this sort of moralizing bureaucracy to sit at the top. They want to be in charge of managing the peons. That's all it is.
Yep.
But it has nothing to do with the people.
I wanted to bring this up and then I'll get to the DSA, but this was their march in Toronto, the Queers for Palestine. Look at these fucking people. We're here, we're queer, we love Islamic fundamentalism. These are just, they're all white chicks. Notice how they're all white chicks?
Oh, of course.
These are all white chicks. I can't with these fucking people. They're brain dead. Oh, I wanted to show you this. So apparently one of the Queers for Palestine got told off by an actual Muslim. Get out of here. We don't want you here. We're Muslims. You disgust us. You'll love to see it.
You know, that's the other thing too, that I feel like neither side really talks about, the left in particular, is that when it comes to Islam, the only way that a woman can really get respect in that community, that quote religion, is to be as or more extreme than the men.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So
you'll notice that if you see videos of Muslim women. Which
is one reason, and, you know, sorry to say it, but the whole, you know, oh my God, the women and children, it leaves me unmoved. I'm like, have you seen the women in Gaza? And for that matter, their children are victims of complete spiritual abuse. Yes, I know. However, that doesn't really matter when you have a 10-year-old holding an AK-47 that's pointed at an IDF soldier. It doesn't matter. That's a soldier at that point.
That's a good point. I want to pull up. So, obviously all these fucking nut jobs won their election in New York the other day, which again, I mean, somebody let me know. I'm so demoralized with this shit. I didn't even look it up, but like, is there a Republican even running? Do they even bother? Because I know most of these times they run unopposed.
I don't think there is anyone really challenging them. Like they're gonna
I got into a big fight over DMs with one of the leaders of the New York City Republican Party, trying to tell me how I'm like, I'm like, how do you have a job? How does everyone you know and everyone you work with, how do you all still have jobs? The money's going somewhere. The money's going somewhere. It ain't going to winning elections. It ain't going to attempting to winning elections. It's not going to holding primaries. It's not going to candidates. It's not going to door knocking. It's going right in a whole lot of people's pockets. So how anybody in the New York Republican Party still has a fucking job is beyond me. And this is why these people hate me, by the way. When people always ask me, oh, why don't you get invited to Republican things? Like when I was in New York, I'm like, I'm the last fucking person they know. There's a Republican that won the 12th district. Where's the 12th district? I bet that's either like Staten Island.
I didn't know that. So.
See, I bet you though it's not in the city. Really? It says it's Upper East, Upper West. Wait, what? You mean in a primary or wait? Let me look. I feel like we would have heard of that if it was. Oh yeah, I think it must have been a primary. Yeah. Well, at least they had a primary. They rarely even do that. It's like that's how low the expectations are. Good for them. They had a party.
I know, right?
So yeah, so obviously we'll talk about these lunatics that just won their elections.
Mm-hmm.
I want to pull up the Democratic Socialists of America platform. However, when you look at these candidates, one in particular, their platforms go even further than this. Their platforms are even more radical than this.
Are you talking about like DAC?
The DSA.
No, I meant that candidate who's basically just like third world AOC.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. She makes AOC look like I don't know. Fucking Barry Goldwater.
Right.
All right, so this is the Democratic Socialists platform. Abolish the Senate. Replace the president and the Supreme Court. And by the way, please, let's not forget, these are the same people who talk about our democracy. Replace the Senate, the Supreme Court, and the president. What would that mean? No more checks and balances. We don't like those. That could lead to dissent. That could lead to nonconformity. That could lead to non-compliance. We don't want checks and balances. This is an authoritarian ideology. So they're trying to remove all dissent, all checks, all balances. Replace the president and the Supreme Court. Defund the Department of War. I'd love to know what happens then if we get attacked. If God forbid, there's another 9/11 or something. Then what? Get rid of all,
They don't think that is going to happen.
And they'd support it if it did. They supported October 7th, which you have a lot of these candidates doing, just like they blame America for 9/11, like you have these candidates doing. These are sick fucking people.
Yep.
And I was talking to my dad the other day, and I said, I'm like, I don't understand. Like, it's not like I expect people in New York to be Republicans. It's not that I expect them to be conservative, but I'm like, where are all the people, every single person we ever met in our entire lives in New York? They're supporting this? They're voting for this? I can't fathom that.
Well, no. And if you look at the voter breakdown for these candidates, it was quite telling. It was very similar to the voter breakdown for Zoran, which was basically the college students, right? Like the Columbia, NYU, like Bard, like that group Okay. People making over 100,000, right?
G.
Right. The a whole slew of immigrants and the welfare class, the dependent poor, which they always pretend are the working class. They are not the working class. What you have here is an alliance between the dependent poor and the wealthy, the children of the PMC and the PMC themselves. That's who this is. There is no working class person that supports this platform.
Duke asks, do we think these people actually believe this stuff, or is it just grifters? Oh, I absolutely think they do. I think these people do. I think the people voting for it haven't put 2 seconds of thought in. It's like I said, they worship social pressure. They worship fitting in. They worship conformity. They worship just sitting at the good people table. And this is what the good people do. This is what the good people support. And I am such a good person, so I support all of this. And that's it. That is the extent of the thought that has been put into it. But the people pushing it, I think this is the minimum of what they believe. I think what they actually believe is even more radical. And we're seeing that with some of the comments from that one bitch. But oh yeah, I think they believe this fucking crazy shit. Free Palestine. Oh wait, abolish the carceral state. Redirect police and prison funding to public services as steps towards abolishing the carceral forces of the capitalist state. Who was it? One of these the one bitch that just won the election, I have no idea how to pronounce her name. I'll learn at some point. Said that she doesn't even think serial killers should be in jail.
Yeah, that's I can't pronounce her name. That's why I just call her DAC. It's third world AOC. That's what I call her.
I love it.
Yeah,
I think her name is like Elvira, so I'll call her. No, I don't want to even call her Elvira. That's an insult to Elvira. Holy shit. Free Palestine, of course. And then, this is something you've said very often, Sage, is that import the third world, become the third world. And that's what's happening in New York. God.
Yeah.
Free Palestine. Oh, they said a little bit of the quiet part out loud here. Free Palestine for a free Palestine with Jerusalem as its capital. Where would Israel go then? They want the quiet part right there. That means the destruction of Israel.
Yes.
So they're not even hiding behind any bullshit anymore of 2-state solution or anything like that.
No.
There's no more quiet part. End sanctions on Cuba, Venezuela, and Iran. What amazing what all those things have in common. Abolish ICE and grant amnesty for all. Public ownership of major corporations. Establish public ownership of the largest corporations and essential industries to ensure democratic control.
Let's be very clear. When they say that, they mean their class owns everything. Yep. You and I ain't owning nothing.
No.
They are owning it. Okay.
That's always what socialism
public ownership.
And I mean, for a country that invented everything, invented flight, invented the iPhone, for example, if you want to talk about something more modern, ain't nothing like that ever going to be invented again or built in America when they seize ownership of corporations. Remake elections nationwide. Can you imagine if Trump would have said that? Remake elections. I thought Trump was the one who was trying to steal elections. Remake elections, abolish the Electoral College, replace the 2-party system with a multi-party democracy, which would just give them more power. Ranked choice vote. Their ultimate goal, a democratic socialist republic. To win the battle for democracy, draft a new constitution, which means goodbye First Amendment, goodbye Second Amendment. There ain't no free speech in the democratic socialist republic.
They don't believe in free speech.
No. A lot of them openly admit that too.
Yes, they do not. Exactly. They don't. They believe in the Second Amendment for them.
Yep. Courtney, my love, thank you so much. We just give them all Australia as a gift and they can enact all their policies there, protect our planet. No, Courtney, we have friends in Australia.
They can come here. We can do
Yeah,
an
can we
exchange
trade them?
program.
Can we trade them? Yeah, we get Maddie, we get Robbie, we get all our Australians here, and they can go there. It's a good trade. Thank you so much, though, Courtney. And yes, if anyone feels so inclined, I'm trying to reach my YouTube minimum, so send in your super chats or become a channel member. Subscribe to my stuff if you feel like doing so. Help support the channel. Yeah, these people are fucking insane. Ugh.
Yeah, I mean, well, look, it's sort of like, I mean, yeah, they're sincere, but ultimately they imagine a universe where they are shielded from any consequences.
Yep.
Right? And they just imagine that if they put the right people with the quote correct opinions in charge, it's all just going to be fine. But ultimately, they resent American success. They despise personal liberty, right, and autonomy. They do not believe in the concept of nation states, be that for Israel or America, right? They do not believe in the concept of national sovereignty, right? And they are tribal, hive-minded, collectivist, and authoritarian. This is why Islam slides perfectly in with them. It's the same ideology.
So I want to talk about, that's so depressing.
Like,
How my beautiful hope.
The leftism is nothing but a cock sleeve for Islam. That's what it is.
God, I love you, Sage. You have such a beautiful way with words. I adore you. It's so true. And this is why we're friends.
Someone go put that on Twitter. You can have it.
So I want to talk about the crazy bitches that won their elections.
Yeah.
However, this topic is bumming me the fuck out. So let's take a break and let's talk about dumbass Scott Wiener. And then we'll get to the crazy bitches.
So this was
This, oh my God. I made a beautiful focaccia last night, by the way, and it was great. And I made hummus from scratch.
Really?
Ooh, it was really good. It was really
good.
And it's still, Sage, it was still not half as delicious as this was. Watching Scott Wiener get chased by his own Frankenstein monster. By the way, speaking of hummus, I never made hummus before. It tasted great. Nobody tells you, however, the smell of boiling chickpeas. I mean, it smelled like an anchovy's cunt.
I've never done hummus from scratch, so I don't know, but maybe I'll try it. I want to mail, I'll mail you some. I'm gonna mail you homemade challah. I'll send you that.
God. Oh my God. I gotta figure out how to mail food. I'll mail you my roasted tomato focaccia. It's so good. It's so good. You're gonna love it.
And then and when we can finally hang out, we're just gonna like cook for days and just like say mean things about people.
You are not prepared for when we hang out in person. You are going to get like the most giant hug in the history of hugs.
Oh my goodness. I can't wait.
I can't wait. I was really hoping for a different description of those chickpeas. I love you, Courtney.
I don't know what show she thinks she's watching.
Other Courtney, I love you. Thank you for hanging out with us. You are the best. Let me pull this shit up. Ugh. Oh, and I believe this was love you too, Hope. Glad to see you. I believe this person posting is the one doing it. He showed up at the trans march. We kicked his ass out. So it must be this bitch, right?
It doesn't even matter. I mean, yeah, but no.
Well, no, but I'm asking because
no, they're all the same. So yeah.
If you're a San Francisco moderate, I probably filed an ethics complaint against you. He, they. Do you think if I invited this bitch on my show, they would show up? He would show up. It's probably a dude, I'm guessing. What do I say? Okay, how do I get this bitch on my show? I don't think there's any hiding. I don't think there's any like, oh, I love everything you write.
No, I think if you were going to do that, you need to be very honest up front and be like, look, I'm looking for someone you're actually going to do this?
Yes. Wait. What do I say? Hey.
I would say, do you want to start, like, are you trying to be really civil? Are you trying to be a mensch with this?
I'm just trying to get him on, and no, I don't intend to be civil if he comes on, but he's not going to come on.
But you need to be civil to get him on.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. You're going to have to be a bit of a mensch here. Okay, so
Ramiro, there's nothing scandalous in my DMs, I hate to tell you.
you could say
explore. Do I say, do I have to hide it being a debate, or do I say it?
No. You don't hide it being a debate. You have, because if you hide it, then he's gonna come on the show and bounce within 90 seconds when he realizes. You have to prepare him.
Okay, so we got to say it's a debate.
So I would start sweet. I would say, hi, I hope this message finds you well. You don't know me, but my name is MIKERoaggress'd. I would do the whole professional, nice.
Hope this message finds you a miserable cunt.
You do realize that if he goes back and looks at back episodes of your show,
it's kidding. Everything I say is it's satirical, and I didn't mean any of it, and I disavow everything I've ever said in my life.
Yes, I'm sure that will erase the last
this is good.
minutes of the show.
Mike, be nice. I suck at that. Okay. Hope this message finds you well. I was wondering.
I would tell him your name.
Oh. As soon as he hears the show's title, he's not going to do it. I host a live streamed show.
Yeah.
And was interested in having you on to explore your ideas.
I'm
so bad at being fake.
Well, I would say, full disclosure, you can even say you are a gay I would make a point of telling him you're a gay man. I would. And I would say that,
but he's not, he's a queer they. Like, so gay, they don't like gays. Gays are the oppressor.
Well, then tell him you're in the alphabet community.
It hurts, Sage.
He's not. Do you really think he's going to come on?
No, I think there's a 0.0% chance, but I'm going to give it a shot.
Then maybe just what do you actually want to say?
Listen here, you stupid cunt. Come on my show so I can rip you a new asshole and point and laugh and expose you.
Have you looked, kind of scrolled his Twitter? Because maybe if we do that, we'll have a better idea of how to address him.
Okay. Is he, they?
What?
Oh, wait.
Him.
Why did it... Wait. Back.
Actually, take it back. If you're a he, they, I'm calling you she.
Yeah, same. There are exactly two congressional candidates. Yeah, probably. Oh, yeah, it's probably a fucking Chinese communist. Probably a Chinese spy.
Exactly.
What? An elderly black woman swiped Scott Wiener's phone. Oh my God. Can you imagine what must be on that phone? Oi. Check the hard drive. He convinced her to go with him to get $200 from an ATM so he could get her on camera. Because of this action, she was charged with felony kidnapping. A life sentence. What? Yeah, I'm not buying that. What are we looking for?
I just kind of wanted to see, like, get a feel for what kind of crazy he was.
Look at this. He's not far left enough on the trans kids issue. He's like the leader of the trans kids issue, and he's not crazy enough.
Yeah.
Woo.
I don't think there's anything you can say that's going to get this guy on your show.
I don't either, but I want to try. None of these tweets are even his. Like, does this bitch just retweet people?
Oh, there's one.
Here's the Chinese communist. Okay, what if I say I loved your video on Scott Wiener?
No. If you lie to him.
Well, I did love it. That's the truth, not for the reason he thinks. Duke. I am dying to debate an alphabet person. I need to like get my debate aggression out.
Even if he comes on, he's not gonna stay though.
Yeah.
You're gonna get like 60 to 90 seconds.
But it'll be a glorious 60 to 90 seconds.
Why don't you ask him if he ever does debates or if he's interested in doing that?
That's a good way of putting it. Okay. Oh, my name's Mike. Wait.
Because then it's
Love
not
your video on Scott Wiener. I was wondering. Did I get rid of that? I was wondering
if you ever do debates or if you have any interest in debating your ideas. I have a YouTube show that I do, blah, blah, blah. Like you could try that.
Debating your ideas?
Sure.
Ever do live debates or discussions, or if you might have any interest. I host a live streamed show. I would love to have you on sometime. How's that? Smiley face. That makes it less threatening. Shut up, dude.
I mean, if you want to go all out, you could just add the Palestine flag.
And why do they do the watermelon? I have to look up what the watermelon.
No, the
emoji
watermelon is
every guy on Hinge has it, and it's a Palestine thing.
It is a Palestine thing because they associate the watermelon. Like apparently, watermelon is popular in the region. That's why.
Oh, I thought it was like some racist stuff. It's like black people. Well,
I mean, the Palestinians, like they are super racist against black people.
Okay, so do I send this? Is this good?
You could do like the Israeli and the Palestine flag, so he'll have no.
Oh, he'd hate that. He would hate that.
Or you should do like the Israeli flag, a peace sign, and then the Palestinian flag.
And the coexist bumper.
That's what you should do. And he'll be like, I don't, what?
Loved your video, Scott Wiener. I was wondering if you ever
then also do a rainbow.
Ew, gross.
Just confuse him with emojis.
And then he'll just have to agree. I was wondering if you ever do live debates or discussions, or if you might have any interest in debating your ideas. I host a live stream show. I'd love to have you on sometime.
Yeah, I would add the emojis.
Which emojis?
I would.
Oh my God! Ugh! This is so gross. Israeli flag, shaking hands, Palestine flag. That's so gross, Ramiro. Ugh! I have like the full body cringe.
Yeah, but we're talking about this guy. Which the thing is, he's gonna find that disgusting too. So you guys agree? You guys agree on that? common ground. Be like, you could be like, I just be like, look, we already have common ground because we both find the idea of peace between the Jews and Palestinians laughable and vulgar. Like, it's not a lie.
It's such a dick pic. Oh, you guys are terrible. Okay, I'm sending this. I think it's good. I'm sending. Okay. Yes.
Sure. And I think you should follow him.
That might be a bridge too far. Send.
Oh my God.
Okay, chat, we will keep you updated. He's gonna tell me to go fuck myself in about 2 seconds. He's gonna be like, die, fascist.
Well, he's gonna go look you up. He's gonna go look at your Twitter, right?
Do I have anything bad on Twitter recently?
He's gonna, the whole thing, he's gonna call you a fascist. What are you talking about?
Maybe I could pretend, or he's just gonna be watch. He's probably watching, right?
He's just gonna turn on the stream. Oh
He's like, is that my inbox?
Oh
I'm
my
seeing if I have
God.
anything bad. I'm seeing if I have anything bad.
To him, your whole thing is bad. What are you talking about?
Colt says you probably do. I'm telling you, I don't know what it is because okay, the last time I debated an alphabet person, I was so like moderate and reasonable, and I'm not now. So I feel like I need to do another one
Well,
who
did you debate originally with that?
Polly Peoples.
Who's that?
I have no idea. It was I've never really hosted a debate on this channel because I can't find anyone who say yes. The debates I've done I've been invited to one, so I don't have to fucking find anyone.
Okay.
But oh my God, wait, I'll show you. God. But I was being so fucking nice, and of course, I'm a Nazi anyway, but I was being so fucking nice. Oh my God, we've known each other a long time, Ramiro. That was a while ago. But yeah, it was Andrew Wilson hosted it before people knew who he was.
Oh.
That's another subject.
It's another subject.
What was I looking for? Oh yeah, we got to watch the wiener. I don't see the purpose of debating psychotic people who are incapable of holding a conversation.
Well, he's not gonna debate. Like
you just don't understand how I get my enjoyment.
you just want like a little bit of cathartic rage that is going to present as a debate for about a minute.
And some drama. I do love drama. These bitches, these dumb girls who say, what's that?
You're gay and Italian. Like, of course you love drama. I do too, to an extent. Like, I mean, let's be real.
Sage, we should have you debate someone. I could moderate it.
I don't know. I'm not debating. I do not want to
debate. Crush it.
I do not want to. I don't
find a Hamas hoe.
I don't even know how to debate. Are you insane?
You need to. You're motherfucking Sage. You're iconic.
I am not debating. I cannot think of anything more stressful. No, thank you. But I would like tag team a debate. I would be like a supporting player in a debate.
First of all, you gotta say that. I am the supporting player to you. You are a freaking star.
No. I
what
like
we could do like 2-on-2.
We're not.
It would be very easy to see. That's the thing. It's hard to find fucking alphabet people. It would be easy to find a Hamas hoe. Oh, we gotta get. Have you ever seen my friend Seth? We gotta get him in too.
Oh yeah, Seth. Yeah, I think we follow each other. Yeah, he's like a super lovely little Jew boy.
Super Jew.
Super Jew.
About to get flagged for harassment, the quartering style. Oh my god. Yeah, you know those dumb girls who say I hate drama. I'm like, no, I love drama. I love drama. All right, let's watch fucking Wiener
Okay.
get his wiener handed to him. So yeah, before we get into this, let me just give you I'm sure everyone's already familiar. Let me give you some highlights. But before I do, the true Diana Ross of this channel, thank you, my beautiful Duke. I just remembered that too, that you had said that as soon as I said it.
Oh my god.
I'm begging for stream with Sage and Seth at the same time. Super Jewy. Okay, so we need to get all the badass chicks. We got to get like you, Courtney, Sherry, Carrie, and then we could have like the lady stream, and then we could do like the Super Jew stream. That's like you, Seth. Great.
Okay, yeah,
I'm
super.
available for debate training. Help me find someone, and I'm so on board for that. Thank you so much, Duke. You're like an official sponsor of the channel at this
Duke
point.
is lovely.
I love Duke.
Yes.
We need to freaking hang out already. Also, Duke, we're all so scattered in different parts. Thank you so much though, dude. And yes, if you feel so inclined, help support the channel, send in a super chat, become a channel member, join my locals, join my Patreon, do all the stuff. Anyway, I'm sure everybody here is already familiar. However, to give you some highlights of this piece of shit. Number 1, he made it legal to intentionally, that's the key word here, intentionally give somebody HIV. And, okay, I suppose, just sometimes you got to be very technical. He reduced it from an actual crime to a misdemeanor. So I'm saying it a little bit colloquially that he legalized it. But to me, it's a distinction without a difference. That's what it is. It's a slap on the wrist. It's the same as a fucking speeding ticket at this point. And so what is that doing? That is putting, and it's, like always, it's the fox in charge of the hen house, because who are the people that would most be targeted by that? Gay people. So who are the people who would be doing something like that? Sexual predators. So a law like this that's done in the name of gay rights is literally putting gay people at risk to sexual predators who mean them harm with no legal recourse. It's unbelievable to me. This is one of the things that have. Oh, and by the way, a lot of states followed suit. This is what they call gay rights now, by the way. So this happened around the time that I was just starting to wake up to the left. And I remember getting into huge fucking fights with people over this who supported this shit. This one bitch in particular, straight chick, fucking white liberal chicks, always the demon behind everything. The fights I would get into about this. And to me, I don't understand how this is even up for debate, up for discussion. How is this? It blows my mind. It fucking blows my mind. And the same people who support that, these feminists, the same people will tell you that if a man lies to a woman about something irrelevant, his height, his income, it's rape. But it's not rape to intentionally give somebody HIV. And the thing is, there are a lot of sick people out there. There have been a ton of stories where there will be some sick motherfucker who targets like very young gay guys, 18, 19, 20 years old, and convinces them, oh, he's in love with them and stuff, and then he'll text them after, haha, you got AIDS. That's perfectly legal now in California, thanks to this motherfucker. Sorry to rant, but
go off.
So he also made California a sanctuary state for trans kids. And what that means is not only the kids, the parents, the doctors. So let's say there's another state where a doctor removed breasts from a 10-year-old. And let's say in that state it's illegal and the doctor would rightfully be put in prison. That person can then go to California and be shielded from all liability now because of this asshole. One more thing I'll give you. You'll hear it in the video too. This bitch is like, hey, fatherhood business. What's up, Chris? How you been? What was I saying? Oh yeah. You'll hear it in the video. This psycho behind the camera is like, "Oh, you've done great things for queers on the sex offender registry." I mean, make it make sense. Explain to me how these are the same people who believe if a man looks at a woman wrong, it's rape. Words are rape.
Because
But
you're talking about because the problem is that they see heterosexuality as the issue. They see it's what heterosexuality represents. It represents the West. It represents capitalism. It represents oppression. It represents Christianity. It represents kind of a puritanical worldview, in their opinion. That's why. It's not about what it's about.
Oh, by the way, side note, that's so weird. I was just thinking of you yesterday, dude, because I was trying to find this one video of mine and you came up. Anyway, glad you're well. I've missed you. So yeah, one last thing I'll tell you. He made certain sex acts with children a lesser crime, which allows pedophiles to be able to escape the sex offender registry.
Wood chipper.
And here's the thing. There is, in a way, which I'm going to tell you why it's incorrect in a second. However, there is the teensiest bit of nuance here that some people on the right weren't paying attention to. So here's the thing. In California, different sex acts with minors carry different penalties. So I don't want to get into details when it's talking about kids, but depending in which location of the body it happened. We're talking about sex, I'm not talking about I don't know, hand holding versus, it's like a front or a back issue is the thing. Now, here's the thing. I totally disagree with that because I think it doesn't matter how it happens. It doesn't matter what gender it happens to. It's all wrong. It's all evil. It should carry. I don't think anyone should have a lesser penalty, However, that's not what he did, because the logical thing to do there would be like, okay, these sex acts carry a lesser penalty. Let's just increase those. I think that's the right thing to do. Oh, no. That's not what he did. He decreased the penalties for everything else. And by the way, this is not talking about people who have a 2-year age difference. This is not like a 17-year-old and a 19-year-old.
10 years or something
10
like
years.
that? 10 years.
So now in California, a 20-year-old could molest a 10-year-old and get away with it. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Again, I don't understand what the debate is. I don't understand how there's any discussion to be had that people actually support this. So all that to say, sorry to go on forever. All that to say, this is one of the sickest fucking people in politics. This is one of the most
he is not sick enough for the left.
So yeah, all that to say, he is not radical enough for the Democrat Party of today. Let's roll the tape. Hi.
I think your legislation on trans issues and your legislation specifically protecting queers on the sex offender registry is fantastic.
Protecting queers on the sex offender registry is fantastic. That's what this bitch just said. Protecting predators on the sex offender registry. Is it me? Am I crazy? Is it please somebody tell me, am I nuts? Am I crazy? Am I wrong? Am I living in some fucking alternate reality? Is it me?
Do you want an answer?
Yes.
No, you are not crazy. But what is going on is that the the parameters for acceptance into the left have radically changed, and they have condensed. And they now revolve around a single issue, which is why you see the woke right and the woke left finding a lot of common ground. They have nothing else in common, okay? But they have been able to coalesce around Israel and Palestine. That is the only thing with the left that is required for admittance. That gets you in and that will get you expelled. It is that simple. So this guy who's going after Scott here, like, he is just a random useful idiot. In his mind, he can't reconcile how somebody could be so, in his mind, good on those things that are actually horrific, while also daring to, I guess, like, believe that in the most minuscule way that Israel has the right to not be annihilated off the face of the earth. These
he's been a free Palestine person too. So
I know he is. I know he is. And I don't know if you saw that after all these different escapades, this motherfucker debased himself even further because he went on Twitter and completely bent the knee.
Of course he did. He
completely bent the knee. But that's you're not crazy, but you have to understand that the game has changed. So it doesn't matter if you are, let's say, well, let's put it like this. There's a reason that you see someone like Tucker. He's increasingly bringing leftists on his show, not people on the right. When he brings someone on the right on his show, like, let's say, Ted Cruz or whoever, he grills them like mad. When he brings Jank or someone like Anna Kasparian, that cunt, on his show, he's glazing them. He's basically sucking them off for 2 hours. Okay? Because this all comes down to one issue. Oh my God, Mike, don't crack your neck like that.
Why is that bad? I always do that. Why?
So,
is that bad?
Okay. So you can, I need to, like, you know what I do for work, right?
No.
You don't?
No, I thought I did, but I'm realizing I don't.
Oh, I'm a sports massage therapist.
How did I not know this? I'm a horrible friend.
No. So now you know. So I have to tell you, just, we're going to pause everything right now. So when you crack your neck, make sure you go ear to shoulder. If you do it like you just got slapped across the face, you can give yourself a stroke. You're literally playing Russian roulette every time you do it. Never, ever, ever do it. Do not do it. Promise me.
I do it all the time. I won't. And I thought this would be what would give me a stroke.
Well,
oh my God.
I mean that too. No, you can crack your neck. Just make sure that you go ear to shoulder, not like you just got slapped across the face.
What do you mean? Oh, so
yeah.
Can I do that?
Yeah, you can't do that.
No? Oh,
no. Like, no, you have to give me your word right now. You're never ever gonna do it.
I won't. See, I'm such a horrible insomniac. I fight off sleep. So like when I finally fall asleep, I'm like all like this, and then I wake up with a bad neck.
Yeah, no, and I have neck issues too, and that's a whole thing. We can talk offline about your whole musculoskeletal situation.
Well, no, last thing, and then we'll get back to this. But you know what's so fucking annoying? So I've had a couple back surgeries. I have rods in my back. Which I'm fine. I'm totally fine.
This is a whole conversation. Oh my God.
I'm totally fine. It's when I was much younger. I had scoliosis, so my spine was shaped like a question mark, basically. Yep. Mm-hmm. It's super straight now. It's like, I got like a scar on there, but that's... Oh, shit. I knocked my microphone over. Oops. But yeah, no, I'm totally fine. However, no chiropractor will go near me because of it. And so I've learned, I'm like, okay, the next time, but like, there's nothing wrong. Like so once you've had them for a while, it like fuses to your spine. So like, there's no chance of it breaking or anything. However, they're just for their own liability, they won't go near me. So I was like, okay, the next time I go to a chiropractor, I'm just gonna not tell them.
No, you
So
can't.
I went with Greg, and I was like, don't tell them, don't tell them, don't tell them. And he fucking told them.
Michael.
I just want someone to crack my back so badly, and nobody will.
No, okay. We're not going to bore your stream of this, but we are going to have a conversation offline because I have an incredible amount to say. We're not going to say it here. I will either call you but we're going to have a whole conversation. Anyway, moving on back to
you crack my back.
Okay, yeah, we'll get to that. But,
oh my God. Also, sorry, I'm being neglectful. Lunch, what's up, my dude? Thank you so much. Miss you, pal. The right is shattered, but it might be an opportunity for something new. I miss you, dude. Thank you so much. It's been way too long. We got to do another stream soon. Yeah, I hate to agree, but I kind of do. I don't want to agree.
I'm not convinced the right is shattered yet. I am holding out hope because the thing is, and I get super black pilled on this, so I'm having to pull myself out a little bit. But if I really look at it, the thing is, the left is already lost. The left, their whatever moderates they had are either now on the right or they're just they've been expelled, they're gone, they're whatever. The radicals won the left. That is over. That is done. The war is decided. The war is not over on the right. But the right has to really, really realize they're in a war. And they need to drop the unity shit. They need to drop that like yesterday. Okay? They need to, and to some extent, they really are, like, if you notice what you see happening with like a lot of these nut jobs on the right is they're either getting kicked out kind of formally, right, by people like Trump, or they're leaving and saying we're done, and whether they're going to start their own thing or they're going to the left. That's different than what happened on the left. The right, the extremists on the right are realizing they're having a hard time. They actually have an easier time over on the left. So they're leaving.
Sorry, this cracks me up. Can we take this titty man off the screen while we have side convos?
Fair.
Wait, let's watch it and then we'll have our side combos.
Okay.
But now that you told me not to, I'm like trying so hard. It's like all I'm thinking about is wanting to crack my neck.
Don't do it.
Can you crack other stuff?
What do you want to crack?
Like everything. Like your back, your arm, your knuckles.
Yeah, I mean none of that's going to give you a stroke. I don't want you to have a stroke. Like this is very basic. Like I feel like this is a baseline of friendship where I don't want I'm just trying to prevent my friends from having a stroke. Again, I didn't say you can't crack your neck. I said you have to do it in a very specific way.
Like that?
Yeah, ear to shoulder. Just don't do this thing. Like you're getting slapped.
The crack, though. She wants to murder me. All right, let's watch the titty lady, and then we'll have our side comment.
Fantastic. Like, I really applaud you for that.
I applaud you for what you've done for predators and pedophiles on the sex offender registry.
That's a leftist.
And I think you deserve to be here for that. But I
you
think
deserve to be here, by the way. I love that. Like the fucking trans march. You deserve to be here. Yes, thank you. It's great. Thank you for bestowing that major honor upon me, she, her.
I think your housing policy, and specifically your housing policy aligning with YIMBYs, and I think your policy, and I think your policy on the genocide in Gaza, and I think your policy.
By the way, important thing, pay attention to this, that at the beginning of the video, when this bitch is just talking him solo, it's much more measured. I mean, comparative, relatively speaking, it's much more measured. And then once the little friends join in, it's
Yeah,
so
because
talk about the madness of the mob.
It's a performance at that point. There is an audience. He is performing now. Like, he's crazy. He's sincerely crazy, but he's also now got to perform.
Oh yeah, and they all reinforce each other's psychosis.
The genocide in Gaza is terrible. I think you do not belong here. I think you do not belong here. You do not belong here, Scott, anymore. It sucks because you've been wonderful. You've been wonderful for trans people, and you've been terrible. And you've been terrible.
It's so funny too how, like, you just when you thought the transes were at the top of the dance moms pyramid, here come the Hamas hoes. Dude, the poor guy is just out here trying to creep on kids in peace. Can't they leave him alone? God.
Terrible. You've been terrible. You've been terrible on Gaza. You do not belong here anymore, Scott, and it breaks my fucking heart. It breaks my heart.
It my heart. Always with the emotionally manipulative language. It breaks my heart.
Is the appeal to emotion. They have nothing else.
Nothing.
Breaks my heart that someone who wrote good legislation for queers is so fucking terrible on Gaza. Scott, do you have anything to say? Do you have anything to say about Gaza? How could you do this to San Francisco? How could someone Disco? How could someone? How?
Oh my God, the bitch murdered Elmo and took his feet. Ugh. God, they all shop at the same fucking ugly store.
How could you do this to San Francisco? How could someone like you do this to San Francisco?
You know, yeah, I'm with Mike. You should bring this he-they here. I'm trying.
Go! Scott, say something! Redeem yourself! Do something! Scott, I want to like the person who had such good legislation on trans rights. Scott, I want to support someone who's so positive on trans rights, but you're a piece of shit on Gaza. How could you do that? How could you betray queers? How could you be so positive on trans rights, but you're a piece of shit on Gaza? How could you do?
With the fucking Pippi long stockings. Did you ever think you'd see a member of ISIS wearing fucking polka dot stockings? I can't with these people. I can't.
I feel like, too, it's like, remember back in the day when the youth were groupies for, like, rock bands, and now they're groupies for literal terrorist organizations? Like,
I actually saw, I wish I could remember what it specifically was so I could bring it up, but I saw some study a while ago that showed that with the decline of rock music being popular, people go nuts. When there's no popular rock music, there's civil unrest. And it's so true, because there is no more mainstream rock music.
There's nothing that, like, I mean, we don't have these sort of binding cultural touchstones that we used to have. Like, there just used to be music that just, like, everybody knew, whether you were on the left or the right or young or old or whatever. Movies, just cultural things, TV shows, right? Like these things that bonded a culture. We don't have any of that anymore. And there is such a disconnect with these younger generations. There's no line of cultural continuance like that we still had, right? Like we would know movies or movie stars or music from our parents' era. Like these, or era, not error. Like these kids, they're severed completely from the past.
Well, and also there really just is no more pop culture. I mean, I
No.
could say, think of 80s music, 80s fashion, 80s movies, and you can know that in a second what that is. Or the 90s music, 90s fashion, 90s
We
movies,
don't have
70s,
anything.
60s. What's the 2020s? What's the 2010s? Nothing.
Just
There's
rage
nothing.
and despair. I mean, it's literally, it's kind of like a nihilism. Like there's just, there's nothing. I mean,
It's just all politics and outrage.
It's all politics, outrage, demoralization, narcissism. Yeah, it's a cluster B society.
That. How could you betray queers? How could you oppress?
What did he do to the queers? Like, what do you think is happening to the queers in Gaza? If you want to free Palestine, then you should be saying free Palestine from Hamas. But no, that's who they support. They support the queer oppressor.
Right. Because the thing is, so these are kids that feel like outcasts in their society, possibly in their families, in their circle, like whatever it is. They feel like they have been rejected by the society they're in. Therefore, some entity far off that is opposing the culture that they feel has rejected them, they end up aligning with that because they're like, wait, they're fighting for this oppressed group. Supposedly, I feel oppressed by my culture. They also hate my culture. Therefore, they are my allies. Like that's kind of, I think, at least partially what's going on here. So they don't, I mean, those are the ones that are just sort of pure emotion and pure idiocy. The ones who are very ideological about like, I legit want to overthrow the West. Like that's a different thing. But there's kind of multiple different groups that all get sucked into this for different reasons. Yeah, I mean, Duke,
even though what culture we do have embraces and celebrates them constantly, they're literally at a queer festival feeling outcast for being queer. Rasmus, what's up? Says,
they're rage addicts.
I was part of the far left in San Francisco 20 years ago. They're all rage addicts. Mm-hmm. Well, and also they're celebrated for their emotional instability, for their fucking twisted, mentally ill, antisocial behavior. And it's like the chicken or the egg. Did their antisocial behavior cause the politics, or did their politics cause the antisocial behavior? I think it goes together. It intermingles.
Mm-hmm.
I think I said that wrong.
People, you stopped being queer the moment you started supporting Israel, you piece of shit!
I love that.
Thank
you so much for saying that. Yeah, there it is. You stopped being queer the moment you supported Israel. Thank you so much for saying that, because I get called a fascist if I say that there's no such thing as queer, that queer is not an immutable trait. It's a political ideology.
Yep.
And they just admitted that. So thank you. Because I've been told for about a decade that makes me a fascist. And the thing is with these people, too, they have no off button. So they fucking followed him to the restaurant he went to. They followed him down the street, went into the restaurant. And again, you would think that any normal place, like in a Florida or a Texas, that would be stalking. There's no laws in San Francisco, though. Look at this. Oh, is this another? I wonder if this must
No,
be another day
it happened multiple times to him.
because he doesn't have the boobies out here.
Right. He's actually dressed respectably here.
Hey, Wiener, you gotta get the fuck out my hood, bro. It's free Palestine. You already know what it is. We against the genocide. You think you're gonna come to my neighborhood, bro?
And this is just, if you looked up in a dictionary, small dick energy, cuck, beta male, this is what you see.
100%.
I mean, he must walk around like Buffalo Bill, just with his dick tucked between his legs. Oddly enough, for someone named Wiener.
Right?
Fucked up. You fucked up. It's gonna be a problem. There's innocent children being killed in Palestine. You don't come here like it's good.
Yeah, you should tell him, Oz.
Genocidal agenda as a Zionist, bro. Free Palestine. Say
Feels
free
like he's gonna
Palestine
cry.
right now on camera, dog. Say it. 2026. I don't need to talk about none of that shit. I'm talking to him. This is a mission district. You should be
I'm
ashamed.
surprised he didn't say it though when they started demanding it in the moment, because I've been in that situation too with these leftists where they're like, say this, say that. I'm like, bitch, you could scream in my face, say the sky is blue, and I wouldn't fucking say it. So fuck off.
Right.
You have no shame come to my community. This is a mission district, homie. Free Palestine, bro. Hey, are you trying to defend him? I don't want to talk to you. I'm talking to him. Why are you not saying nothing? Why are you not saying nothing, bro? Why are you not saying nothing?
Here's the
Palestine
thing.
from the camera, dog. You say you're against the genocide.
Here's the thing.
I can't look at his face anymore.
Well, the thing is with him, I think that and I'm not saying I have any sympathy for Scott, but I think you can tell from those two videos, like he genuinely does not understand.
No.
He genuinely is feeling like a sense of betrayal. He honestly thought, I think, from the facial expression, you know, he thought, okay, look, I have denounced this. I do all this stuff for the queer community. I'm a super leftist. I'm on your side. I've done everything. And yet, again, just a millimeter, stopping a millimeter short of calling for the complete and total eradication for the state of Israel and by extension, the Jewish people.
Mm-hmm.
You're the enemy. They would shove him in a goddamn oven if they had the opportunity. They would. And I think in his face in those videos, he's having that moment. He realized that. And what did this motherfucker do tonight? He got on Twitter and bent the knee to them. That's why I have no sympathy.
What's that saying about you can't get someone to understand something when their paycheck depends on them not understanding it?
Well, that's basically it. I think that more or less is the quote. No, I think that he did actually finally have an aha moment, but he can't do anything about it. He is a prisoner of those people. They got him.
So I actually haven't seen his statement. Let's see. In two separate incidents, he would last night I attended the trans march, as I've done every year for the past 22 years since the first march in 2004. I don't believe that. I want to fact check on that. That, you know, it was probably some pride thing. I guarantee you there was no trans march in 2004. I would bet anything. I attend every year in solidarity with our trans siblings who are facing existential threats from right-wing extremists.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's too bad those right-wing extremists are chasing you down the street. Let's see. Get to the point, Scott. Blah, blah, blah. They made statement about my Israeli handlers. Okay, get to the point, bitch. Come on, get to the point.
He had some other statement where he said, like, maybe it was a video. It was something where he said, like, Hold on. Let me see if I can find it.
Why does he have his height in his Twitter bio? Like, can someone tell him this
Does he really?
Twitter? Yeah.
Does he
Why?
really?
Can someone tell him this is Twitter, not Grinder?
When he has his height. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Ew. He looks like pedophile lurch. He just, this is resting pedo face. I can't look at him anymore.
He said, for years I have condemned Netanyahu and his extremist government and the devastation they've inflicted on Gaza. It's why I've been clear I won't support U.S. funding for the destruction of Palestinian communities. I've stopped short of calling it a genocide, but I can't anymore. Humiliation
10 out of 10.
complete. Humiliation complete.
So what have we learned? He ain't got no wiener.
No balls.
Razmix, thank you so much for hanging out. All right, well, we should probably wrap up in the next 10 to 15, if that's good with you.
Yeah, of
if
course.
anyone feels like doing so, send in your super chats, help keep the lights on the channel. Yeah, oh, this is so true. Yeah, remember when I said God don't like ugly? That guy's evil is showing on the outside. Yup.
Mm-hmm.
He folded. Yup. Oh, this is so true. Also, yeah, he won't be forgiven. There's no.
No,
There's no.
No, they
forgiveness.
haven't forgiven him. They're just like, we don't. It's not enough. Like,
It's never enough.
let's be real, because yeah, the right seriously has a problem, but the fact is, the right is doing their damnedest to purge their anti-Semites, and the left.
And that's why it's important that we do.
The left is electing them.
And the thing is, our crazies don't support our candidates, like they hate Trump. That's what I was arguing with that fucking nut job on Chrissy's stream. So I want to get into the crazy bitches, like we were saying before, the crazy bitches who won these elections. So you were telling me, I didn't know anything about this. You were telling me before the stream about that there's some nut job running for mayor of DC.
Yes.
Let me see. Oh yeah, this is completely true. Also,
I was about her too.
What's that?
Trump had a whole tweet about.
I got that here. I'm gonna pull it up. Yeah, it's funny. Trump had said a while ago, people hated him for it and gave him shit, and I completely agree. He said, "I don't understand how any Jewish person at this point could vote Democrat. I don't either.
I have no clue.
I don't either. I guess social pressure is a hell of a drug, and propaganda. Where do I have this? Here we go. So yeah, I have not heard about this chick. Oh, I guess we watch it.
They'd be victorious. They didn't beat us, but they'd be victorious against the communists. But they don't have the courage to do so. So they're turning communists themselves. It's becoming a communist party. These are not social Democrats. These are hardcore, godless communists. They're godless communists. All communists are godless. They don't believe in God. This is the.
So she wants to empty the prisons, make DC a sanctuary city, anti-ICE, defund the police. Oh, God. Who is still voting for this? I don't understand. I don't get it. And I mean, it's the same shit with what's her name? What did you call her? DOC?
DAC. I call her Third World AOC.
What the fuck is her name again, though? I'm trying to look her up.
Daralizia.
Oh yeah, let me look her up. Let's try to pronounce it.
But that's why I say DAC, because she has 3 names like AOC.
Oh yeah, Daralizia Avila. Is this French? Chevalier? It's probably like Chevalier. God, what a fucking nut job. Yeah, so wait, I want to pull up her bullshit. So this bitch, it's amazing. Like, talk about masks off and true colors being shown, because the people who have called us Nazis for years, fascists for years, white supremacists, racists for years, this DAC bitch has said she's against interracial relationships. I think it was the other one that said America deserved 9/11, but she wants to abolish prisons, abolish borders, abolish police. It's like I really do, especially because I used to be a liberal. I feel like I generally can understand and articulate the flip side of issues.
Yeah.
I can't with these. I can't.
But
I
that-
can't.
but
I
Mike-
can't.
But Mikey, that's because this is part of what I'm saying. When we were on the left, was this anything you would have advocated for? No, that's what I'm saying. This is some totally foreign, fraudulent takeover. This has nothing to do with working class people. Zero.
Nothing.
This is like third world bullshit. Like, I don't know what this is. It's like this mix of third worldism mixed with like upper elitism mixed with Islam. Like, this is hell. This is like its own circle of hell. But this, you don't relate to any of this because this had nothing to do with anything when we were on the left.
Yeah.
And if it did, it was such a fringe that it was like, yeah, that's like whacked out. Like, do you remember? You got to remember. I mean, as much as, like Bernie Sanders is my mortal enemy at this point, you got to remember back in 2016, he said open borders was a Koch brothers proposal. He said it was only working class. Like, now he's like, no borders, no walls, free Palestine, blah, blah, blah. What happened? Like, this is not the left that we had any part of. Like, it's just, we might have been like, oh yeah, we need some police reform, or we should have a different immigration policy. And part of that was probably, well-intentioned. And part of it was because we were retarded and we didn't totally know what we were talking about. Like, okay, cool. But no one was saying no borders, no police, never said that. No one ever said that.
Nope. Okay, so this bitch, DAC, Daria Lisa Vila, whatever the fuck. Daria Lisa. Oh, did you see her victory party? The first thing, not only the first thing she says about herself, Mamdani introduces her, and it's amazing. I don't know why I thought he was going to try to be, I don't know, at least in terms of how he talks or presents himself, that he would sort of back away from the socialists. Oh no, he was like my comrade of the DSA.
Oh, yeah,
and so the first thing,
he's using all that shit, of course.
Yeah. The first thing he says, he's like, she is an Afro-Latina, and then the crowd, because that's what all of this is. All the DEI diversity bullshit. It has always been a Trojan horse for the rest of this bullshit. So if you can just put all of these toxic, poisonous, regressive policies on a black face, or with some diversity, or on a rainbow, the clapping seals will.
Notice how they will like literally now applaud someone who is against interracial dating if it's some Afro Caribbean bitch or whatever. Like, it's like, oh, that's so beautiful.
So she also she converted to Islam.
Of course she did. This is what I'm talking about. This is why I keep saying people need to focus on the Islam factor and not hyperfixate on the socialism. Because here's the thing.
Yes.
This country, like historically speaking, and even modern, this country is far more comfortable talking about communism or socialism than they are talking about Islam. And that is a big problem. You need to focus where the actual problem is. The socialism, one, it's not real socialism. Two, and I don't care how anyone feels about socialism, not the point. It's not even remotely real because it has zero to do with the working class. Two, it is nothing but a tool. Again, it is the cock sleeve for Islam. That's what we need to be talking about.
I love you so much. Oh my god. Let's hear what this bitch has to say.
Know that we all deserve a representative who isn't bought by AIPAC. I'm also the only Muslim in my family. I reverted 3 years ago.
That's a lovely shmata on her head.
Actually, the friend who pushed me to do it asked me, why have you fasted for 4 years and yet you haven't taken your shahada? She's here today. And when she asked me that, I thought, that is a great question. And I thought for myself why I hadn't taken the step yet. But it was seeing how all of my friends who were showing up to organizing, who are Muslim, were showing up in the space, and the grace and love and passion that they had in these spaces of social justice that really pushed me to join faith.
Right there. Do you see
and
what
wanting to make sure that we are.
Do you see what the game is?
This is so fucking smart, so fucking spot on. Communism is a religion posing as a political ideology. Islam is a political ideology posing as a religion. Wait.
Yeah,
Wait.
sure. There's some truth there.
Spot fucking on.
It's a good comparison. I mean, especially, the way things are right now. But what she's saying is she's like, oh, well, how can I not be, how can I not embrace Islam? She's making Islam synonymous with social justice. That's the game.
Ugh, which is like, I don't know what. I'm beyond words. It's like making up synonymous with down.
Because Islam will always use what works. The left is far more easier to infiltrate than the right. This is just a repeat of 1979 in Iran. It's the same thing.
Reflecting that I'm reflecting that in every space that I'm in, and that, inshallah, if we make it to Congress, that we're reflecting that in the halls of power as well. I know that.
Thanks, I hate it. So depressing. It's so depressing. How are people going along with this? How are people so stupid?
Did you see the other one? The other bitch who's wrapped up in the towel, and she's talking about how 9/11 happened because of racism and capitalism and sexism and Islamophobia, and we deserve it. And, there you go.
What the fuck is her name? I'm trying to remember.
I don't know.
She's this one though. I'll show you. This is the one though who went to a thing to celebrate the day after October 7th.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
The terrorists! Who are the terrorists? The United States of America!
The day after, by the way, this would be like having, a pro-Al-Qaeda demonstration on September 12th.
Yep.
Feel the Palestinian blood!
Palestinian, but like I said, whatever they say is just the opposite of reality all the time. Palestinian blood, as Jews were just slaughtered, not the body. The bodies
are fucking cold. And she's talking about like Palestinian blood. Give me a fucking break.
They all have Star Trek names.
And we stand in solidarity with Palestine. We have the historic responsibility.
We have the historic responsibility
of defeating Israel colonialism. And U.S. imperialism.
I went to Wikipedia this morning to look at the map of where the resistance
Wikipedia.
is. And as of at least this morning, they've liberated an area that's actually larger than the Gaza Strip.
Wait, but I thought they were oppressed.
And as you might have seen, there was some sort of rave or desert party where they were having a great time until the resistance came in electrified hang gliders and took at least several dozen hipsters.
I have to say, it's really hard for me because, quite honestly, this makes me feel legitimately physically ill.
Me too. It took me a second to realize, oh my God, he's talking about October 7th.
Yeah. Yeah. And I feel like most people still don't really comprehend the actual horror that happened that day. And I have to say, even for myself, and I'm embarrassed by this, I didn't either. I was still such a good little leftist to some extent that even after that, I was like, okay, something bad happened, but both sides, and we need to find peace. And I'm just like, what in the hell? It's amazing how fucking brainwashed you really get. And so, but now it's like, when you really look and read and research and see the footage of the horror of that day, the fact that you had university professors, public intellectuals, random just civilians out in the street cheering this with sadistic glee is something I don't really know how to ever I can't forgive that. Like, that to me is on the same level of like the elites who, like, you know, wanted people jailed for resisting the COVID vaccine. Okay, like that, I'm like, I cannot understand how you could see what happened that day. The indiscriminate slaughter, and you think this is good. Men, women, children, they slaughtered over 60 dogs, okay, that day, like family pets. And the other thing that people do not want to really reconcile is they go, oh, well, you know, that was Hamas. It was Hamas. Yeah. Do you know how many thousands of civilians took part in that? Men, women, and yes, children. If you look at the footage, there are children as young as 10 years old slaughtering, knifing, and beheading people. So I'm sorry that I can't sit there and be like, oh, the civilian, the women, the children. Fix your fucking society. Fix your fucking culture.
Yeah, I'm like, I have no words. I don't know what I could possibly say. Like, I'm for once, I'm speechless. I mean, these people are sick. These people are savages. They're evil, sick people. Hi, my beautiful bee.
Hi, Bee. Oh, I like her. She's always in the chat, and she's so lovely.
She is.
But just less than 24 hours ago, on the land, from the sea, and from the air, the people of the Gaza Strip.
And look, look at where that was from. That got aired on Arabic TV. Yeah, if you don't check out Memory TV, that is a great source. If you want to really understand and know like what the Arab world actually thinks, look at Memory TV, because they'll fucking tell you. They'll tell 24 hours a day, they'll tell you.
I can't, like, how are people this fucking stupid? I don't get it. I don't actually know. I mean, it really is kind of the eighth wonder of the world to me. And I get very frustrated at this point. And I mean, I guess I can kind of maybe understand, because maybe I a little bit used to be this way, but I don't know. Like, it's like the lack of understanding, and I see this with a lot of conservatives too, and it really drives me up the wall, is like genuinely not understanding what Israel has to do with America. And it's like, it's like a lot of them think they sort of have this, they're able to make this choice. They're like, well, I don't want Islam, I don't like them, but I don't want to support Israel, so I'm just going to be able to go hands off and reject both. It's like, yeah, you're actually not going to be able to do that. Like, that sounds lovely, maybe, sure, but it's actually not possible, because as much as you might have these sort of isolationist fantasies and goals, that's not actually the world we live in. So in the world we live in, you are in fact going to have to make a choice. And a non-choice is actually the Islamic choice. Hate to tell you. Okay, I'm not taking any pleasure in saying this to you. We're just being realistic. And I think that, you know, I have to say, like,
I think it was Michael Knowles, who I'm no great fan of. I find him very like in kind of an intellectual midwit. However, I do have to say that, I thought he put it really well, where he was like, he's like, I don't know, wouldn't necessarily call myself a Zionist, whatever that means to him. He's like, I certainly don't like Islam. He's like, but at the end of the day, he's like, here's the reality. He's like, two things. I would rather have the Jews in charge of the holy sites than the Muslims. And I like the Delhi people more than I like, the shawarma people. Okay, they seem more accepting. That's how I come to the conclusion I come to. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't even have to be this like super big thing, but I think it's very utopian to be like, I don't need to make a choice. You do, in fact, at some point, the choice is going to find you. The choice is going to find you. And, I'm sure like being Jewish, of course, I understand it's different. Like for a long time, like I never had animosity to Israel, really. Like being on the left, I was always like, oh, they should make peace. And I don't, it was just like the default thing to say. I'm like, yeah, I didn't really know too much about it, honestly.
Nobody really talked about it that much prior to the last few years.
Being Jewish was never really a problem for me in America. And I remember even my grandmother telling me, like one day it might be. And I was like, this is so ridiculous. Nana, come on. She was 100% correct. And so one thing that happened to me slowly after October 7th was I realized that the mentality I had that like Israel really had nothing to do with me was not true. And it was a lot of the left that made that absolutely clear as day. And now there's people on the right making that very clear too. But I'm saying more so on the left. And it's like, oh my God, no, you know what? This actually does have something to do with me. I do have a tribe. I do have roots. And that is okay. I don't have to apologize for that. No other group has to apologize for it, nor should they. By the way, and this is like one thing I always try to say to people is like, when they're like asking me something about like the evil word, like Zionist, right? Or whatever. And I'm like, well, the way I see it is like this. Okay, I guess I would give myself the word, maybe the evil word, which is basically about, as far as I always understood it, all these new definitions were totally new to me. I grew up being
they always change definitions.
It's about Jews having, self-determination in their ancestral homeland, sovereignty, whatever. Okay, cool. That sounds fine. So that's always the definition I had. And I never called myself that because I never even found the need to. I was like, it's never was relevant to my life in any way whatsoever. Now it's very relevant to my life. So I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm a Zionist for Israel as much as I'm a Zionist for America. Do you not understand? It's the same mentality. I don't want America invaded by foreigners. I don't want America to lose its culture, its heritage, its character. Like, yeah, it's the same thing. And so when I see people being like, oh, Europe is losing its identity, we're losing our border, but they're all like, oh, we hate Israel. I'm like, do you not understand that, like, if these people have their way, the West is all going to become Israel. That's how you're all going to be treated. Like, Westerners, like, you're all Jews now. You just haven't realized it yet.
Yeah. It's like these people. Here's the thing. I'm a realist. I am a reality lover. I like living in reality. And it's sort of similar to these people who, oh, I don't like either party.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just going to vote for a third party. Okay, well, then that's voting for the left is what that's doing. And the thing is, for these people who just, they want to sound so high and mighty, they're so big-brained that, oh, Democrats and Republicans are the same. And here's the thing, we've talked for countless hours about all the issues with the Republican Party. It's not like we're huge fans. However,
and there are so many.
And there are too many to get into right now. So countless ones. However, don't fuck it. As somebody who lived in New York, lives in Florida, don't fucking tell me there's no difference. If you think there's
Exactly.
no difference, go to New York, go to Portland, go to San Francisco, go to LA, go to Chicago, or go to Texas, go to Florida, and then tell me that there's no difference. So it's the same thing that these people who want to, act like, oh, I don't like either of them. Okay, well, your choice is either Islam or not Islam. That's really what it comes down to. And saying that you're just so high and mighty and so above it does not change reality in any way.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people just either genuinely don't understand. And I can get that because, again, like, this has sort of taken me 2+ years and I tried to be very, okay, I do want to hear both sides. I do want to challenge my beliefs, but it was also like, okay, but I'm starting from a place where I was more on the other side. So I changed over here. So I did have an open mind. That's why I don't think what I used to think.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, when people say like, oh, like, you're just, you just support Israel because, like, you have such a closed mind. I'm like, no, you don't understand. I started much more on the other side. And so this is having the open mind, but at some point you do form your conviction because you feel like, okay, I think I'm now actually informed. Like, I say this a lot where, like, a lot of my lefty beliefs almost feel like, not all of them, because as you know, I was sitting here, I was talking about, like, let's talk about real socialism versus fake, and let's talk about, healthcare and all of that. So yeah, there's some core stuff, but a lot of my lefty beliefs were what I call default factory settings.
Yeah, same.
It was like, this is what being a good person is.
Yeah.
And I could defend my beliefs to some point, but one, I never really had to because everyone in my circle had the same ones. So it was like,
Yeah.
oh, well, but it's like a default factory settings.
You know what's funny? I remember maybe the first time or one of the first times that I disagreed with everyone around me was when we killed Osama bin Laden.
Mm-hmm.
And they were so against it and they were so horrified that I would support. And they're all saying how terrible this is, how horrible. And I was like, really? I thought we should have cut off his head and used it as a soccer ball. And they were calling me, and I was a total, like, hardcore Democrat, hardcore liberal at this point.
Yeah.
But they were calling me conservative.
Yeah.
They were saying all this shit. I'm like, really? No, the funny thing is, though, go back a year or two, I had close to no opinion on Israel or Palestine. I always said I was passively pro-Israel. I was like, yeah, I prefer Israel, but I don't give a fuck. Stay out of it, whatever. Today, I feel very differently.
Because you're realizing it's about something far bigger. We're not talking about just a foreign conflict that is isolated, that has nothing to do with us. It does. And I understand, again, if someone's Jewish or not, that might feel a little different, but, like, you gotta understand that if that goes the way of Islam, the Christians are the new Jews.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing. Islam's after all of us. It makes no difference if you're a Jew, if you're whatever. Like, they're after all of us. We're all Western infidels to them. So
yeah, and no one
it has nothing to do with
seriously. Like, I think people get very caught up in the fact that, like, well, the US is so powerful and no one can compare with our military might. So therefore, does it really matter if we have a culture or a whole ideology that chants death to America and is doing all this subversive stuff? Because, like, does it really? Yes, it does. I mean, look at London, look at Europe. And no, I know they're not the military might of America, but they don't, at this point, they don't need to conquer through violence and through the sword. They are doing it through other ways. So if you're not prepared to combat that And you're just going to sit there and go, well, we have military might. Okay, but you're never formally being attacked, so you never have a justification to use it. And as we have seen from the Iran war, we are, I would honestly say, an inappropriately war-weary country. I don't think we have any right to be as averse to war as we are, which is not to say that I like war. War is hell. I do not want that. But I'm just pointing out that we have other generations who had far more of a justification to be war weary, who were not, who were like, yeah, you're damn right, I'm going to fight for my country. We really don't have so much ground to stand on with that, but we're like, oh my God. We have zero tolerance for any civilian casualty, which is just not a genocide. That's war. Okay. Mm-hmm. And so if your enemy knows that, they wouldn't even try to conquer you that way. Right. Like, it's like, well, we don't even need to. And they know they can't compete with that. So it's like, you do it through the ballot, you do it through migration, you do it through birth rate, you do it through the left because it's a very welcoming vessel, right? And then you get people telling you like, oh, you're crazy, none of this is happening. You're going to look up one day and you're not going to recognize your country and you're going to say, oh my God, how the hell did we get here?
And we know that that's true because we can see that in Sweden, in the UK, all over in France. I want to catch up with some things that chat was saying about the video we watched.
I was like going off like it was a therapy session.
First of all, it is. And second of all, that's why we love you. About the video, Duke said, I can't say the things I think in polite society. Sea Striker, I want to say something that might get, we all feel the same way. We're all thinking the same thing. Mm-hmm. Duke said, we're in a broken society. People are not taught morality and they aren't taught even basic critical thinking skills. They're drugged up with SSRIs. Yes. And taught to parrot what legacy media tells them. By the way, I'm so glad that fucking finally people are starting to talk about how everyone is on antidepressants, because I've known this for 10, 15 years because every fucking guy I've ever dated in my life has been on them. So I must have been like in my early 20s when I realized what an issue it is, what they do to people, being with someone who's seeing up close. It's fucking horrific. It's funny how everybody loves to spout their opinions on every other thing on earth, but when it comes to Israel, they can't pick a side.
I know.
Dylan said the choice will come back to haunt you the same way politics will enter your life, your interests, everything you love, and force you to talk about it. Yup. Mm-hmm. So damn true. Israel is also the only place we can run to if shit goes down. I literally got a passport for the first time when Biden won because I was like, well, looks like we might have to flee soon. Wait, I'm catching up. Yup, B. Instead of going after the Jews, they should go after the Muslims who want to destroy America and the people. Yep, like I said, they're coming for everyone. They don't care if you're Jewish, if you're gay, if you're what. They're coming for fucking everyone. Thank you so much. The left relied on nice to lure people in, not realizing nice is not synonymous with kindness. And this is why I always say nice is the most evil word in the English fucking language. True. There's no word I hate as much as I hate nice. That's exactly what they are. They're nice and they're evil.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a bad combination. Sammy, my love.
Oh my goodness, Sammy.
We love Sammy.
Hi, Sammy.
We're probably gonna wrap up in a couple minutes. Before we do, let's talk about something less depressing.
Okay.
If you guys feel like doing so, make sure you like the stream or send in your super chats, or after the stream, leave a comment, make the algorithm hate me a little bit less. If you're new around here, subscribe, do all this stuff. What is less depressing, Sage?
Than the fall of Western civilization to Islamic theocracy. What's less depressing than that?
Oh yeah, B. I know B was like, you got to get Sage back on.
Oh,
Duke was like, you got to get Sage back on. We all adore you.
Oh my goodness, you are just. I'm so. This is less depressing. This is incredible. Oh my goodness.
You are my
So
favorite.
loved.
I think you're a lot of people's favorite, though.
I don't. It's like literally blows my mind. Oh my God. Okay.
You're amazing.
You're amazing. Your chat is amazing.
They are. They're Diana Ross. They are the Greek
The chat
chorus.
is Diana Ross. Absolutely.
Aw, Sammy, thank you so much, dude. New membership. You are the greatest. Oh, wait. I'm learning.
So I think we need to. So if we kind
Pause for Sage. You're a channel member now.
Oh my goodness. Wait, wasn't I all right with? Oh my God. If
I don't know how that works. I should know this. I don't know how exactly it works. But...
Oh my God. Well, thank you, Sammy. Oh my God. I thought no, you know what it is? Because I think I'm subscribed like a paying member to your locals.
You totally don't have to be, but thank you.
But I am, and that's fine. But no, Kern. But I don't know how all the YouTube. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. Oh
I don't either. Thank you, Sammy. Yeah, Duke said, "What are the transes up to? They're reliable clowns." I love, by the way, how I've gotten people saying the transes. I saw Brandon did a video today. He's saying transes. I'm like, you got that
it's
from
a
me.
really good term. But you know what I wonder too is like a couple things. One, do you feel like I know the transes love to scream for Palestine and all that shit, but do you think there's like a secret resentment that they've kind of been replaced at the top of the oppression hierarchy? Like they got demoted. No, they did. Like nobody. Don't think about it like this. Just to show you how far we have fallen, aren't you kind of nostalgic for the not too distant past when gender ideology was our biggest problem? Like, aren't you kind of nostalgic for that?
Oh, this Palestine. Where's that? Oh my God. Look who's in the chat. My dad. What's up? I love you. I hope you're feeling better. He's had a cold.
Oh, feel better. I should send him chicken soup.
Yeah, I've been making sure he's taking all his vitamins. Vitamin C.
I'm gonna send him chicken soup.
Aw, love you, Dad. He sometimes knows how to get on the chat, and then sometimes it doesn't work. But
he also have a birthday recently.
Yeah, it was last month. 95.
Oh my God.
He told me last night. He said he was just interviewed for some magazine, and it's called Oldster. I was like, Dad, that's all I'm calling you from now on. I'm like, you're no longer Dad. You're just Oldster at this point.
I like it.
Sammy said, holy shit, your gay son is one of my besties. You're the best, Sammy. Yeah, though, God, we need to find slime tutorials. We need to watch Gay Cats, and we got to watch the Insufferable Feminist musical, because I feel like this has been a depressing show. I mean, it's always great hanging out with you, but the topics tonight have been fucking depressing. So
they really are. We could
exercise the demons.
We should do some we could do Broadway streaming as like a side thing too. We could do that because there's so many streams and there's so much crazy stuff to talk about with Broadway, from like the personalities to the performances. I mean, we could have a lot of fun with that.
And don't get me wrong, I hate theater people, but I love theater itself.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, me too.
I probably said this to you before, but oh my God. Did I tell you Slam Frank is coming back? Have we talked about Slam Frank? I feel like we must.
Is that the thing where like the Puerto Rican pretends to be Anne Frank and she
it's satire. Let me say it's satire, but it is the most.
No, wait, I didn't know that. It actually is satire.
Oh, not only is it satire, I genuinely think it's like the most genius satire in decades. Like, it is.
Tell me what it is exactly.
I'm gonna pull it up. So the idea originated. So I'm so annoyed I'm not in New York because all the creators follow me and they invited me to
say.
They invited me to the premiere, but I'm not there. But yeah. Oh yeah, Sammy is also a not theater kid. So is she.
Yeah.
I am
I'm
on
not
the
theater
inside.
kid.
But so anyway, the initial idea came from a real thing that it was, I think it was 2020, that people on Twitter, these leftists, were talking about Anne Frank's white privilege. So this guy made a whole musical that I'm shocked that he's getting away with it and that people are giving it great reviews and stuff, because let me pull it up. They are going after these people so fucking hard and through a musical, and like it's fucking genius. So anyway, they had like a month or two of performances maybe over the winter, and so now it's coming back off Broadway for like a full run. So I gotta get there. We have to go see it.
That I would
all about like queer, Latinx, all their bullshit.
Oh my God.
You have to see though, just the shit that they post on Instagram is so fucking genius. Dad, Sage and Mike, I'm enjoying you two immensely. And Sage, I would love that chicken soup. Love you, Mike. Love you, Dad.
I'm gonna send him chicken. You have to give me your dad's address, and I'm gonna.
I will.
Chicken soup. I'm gonna mail him chicken soup. I'm sending you a book. I'm gonna be very busy. I'm gonna just.
I love you.
Like,
I gotta figure out how to send food in the mail. I gotta send you roasted tomato focaccia.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I guess I didn't really give thought to like. Well,
I don't know how to, but I'll figure it out.
Well, I know for your dad, there's a website. I think it's called like grandmaschickensoup.com. It's like Jewish run, and it's like Jewish, and like they send it. So I was gonna send him like a pint.
Sammy said, Sage, I also love you, but don't mail me soup. Let me pull up Slam Frank. It is fucking genius. Oh my God. I have to go see it.
Okay. I don't know like anything about this.
And Frank never got to come out of the closet. Our musical asks, what if she had?
Oh,
and by the way, you have to see also the way that they respond to people in the comments. They just parrot everything the left says, like, do better. It's fucking genius.
So wait, are these like,
he's amazing, by the way, Alex. We've been trying to set up we've been trying to find a time for him to come on the show.
Are these like not woke Broadway people? Or are these non-woke?
No, but the thing is, they can't even be like canceled for it because they're taking the side of it. They're just repeating all the shit that they say. Like, that's why it's so genius.
Oh my God.
How many of the 6 million never experienced the joy of gender euphoria?
Oh my God.
How many never experienced positive affirmation? This Pride Sunday, think of Anne Frank and celebrate the queer bestie she could have been. Slam Frank is here. Slam Frank is queer. Slam Frank is a real musical.
Oh my God.
That's the least of it. Wait, I gotta find. Okay, wait, is this?
Anne Frank Afro-Latin hip-hop musical Slam Frank. Here we go.
It's making fun of a lot of the Hamilton shit, too.
Sneak preview from my Anne Frank Afro-Latin hip-hop musical Slam.
This is like the least of it. I gotta find. Wait.
Take a look at this actress playing Anne Frank, and this one, and this one, and this one. What do all of these actors have in common? They're all white. Our world has been getting more and more diverse, but our Holocaust narratives have not been able to keep up. Until now. I've created a new musical called Slam Frank that combines hip-hop, spoken word poetry, and mucho diversity so that we can have a version of this story that is prescient and relevant to future generations. We're going to be giving a concert premiere of it in Los Angeles this March, so subscribe here and on my Instagram for song clips, sneak previews, and more. Stay tuned. Take a look at this actor.
Oh my god.
Is there a slime tutorial of this?
No, I've looked. I want to go see it so badly.
We need.
Say my fucking name, put the plate down. I'm practicing. I put more chapters in. My relentless attitude factors in. In fact, is that I'm an addict. I'm at it up in this attic. I mainline all this black and then go back and like it's a habit.
We have to go see this.
We would have to go see this and EBT Cats.
EBT Cats. Oh my god.
But
yeah, they're like, I'm trying to find like other closest. They're like going after the transes, the Hamasos.
It was funny when I said to my boyfriend, I was like, well, it'd be great to, like, if I could go take the train and go hang out with Mikey in New York, we'll go to some shows and everything. And so he's like, first of all, he's like, you don't wear your star. And I was like, oh, no, I wouldn't even bring my star. And I was like, and I will tell Mikey to meet me at Penn Station, make sure he has a keffiyeh for me so that I can wear as we walk to his apartment. I was like, he'll wear the Hamas headband. It'll be fine.
You know, I'd protect you.
Of course. I was like, yeah, no, my star is not coming.
Oh my god, we have to go see this. We have to go see this.
When is this premiering?
Let me look. September 17th, their previews. Opening night is October 4th. It's only through November 30th. So we have like September through November to go see it. I will be very well employed by then. So
we're gonna have to, and we don't know exactly where you'll be employed and where you might be, so we'll have to like figure all this out. But like this could be really fun.
We have to go.
Oh God.
Yeah, they invited me to the premiere of their last run, so I got an in.
And it's clearly making fun of Hamilton, which I mean is not hard to do.
There's more clips on YouTube.
Oh my God, that is wild. I had heard of that, and I think I saw a picture, but I couldn't figure out if it was in fact satire. And I'm also thinking, I think Dylan said it too, like there's going to be people who like genuinely don't know this is satire.
No. Oh, I wish I could find you have to just look through their Instagram. Their comments replying to people are so fucking hilarious because they just pull out every little buzzword that these people use. It's fucking genius.
Amazing.
When this hiding's over, I'll be in demand with my pros tighter. And if survival's not the plan, I'll be a ghostwriter.
Look at the chick in the African.
Blow it up like a cookhouse getting shook down. When I show up, knowing how to put down nouns in a book till you can't put the book down. Look down at my plate because I left no crumbs at the cookout. It's a cat board game than a playground.
Look at his interview here. What if Anne Frank were a pansexual Latina immigrant? We have to go see this.
Oh my God.
Our own survival relied on denial, but now we're free. No more a pretender, asserting my gender, tracing my sexuality.
Oh my God.
I can't.
We have to go see it. We have to go see it.
Got to be kidding me. Wait, this was actually.
Look at this. The Anne Frank musical is an insensitive, confusing mess. And look at his face that says, that's not funny. Oh my God, we have to go see this. Yeah, we're seeing that. We are seeing this.
I can't believe that this actually got produced.
No.
Lord. Oh
I think the only way is because they're like pretending like they're on the side of all of this. They're not like literally on the surface criticizing it. They're taking it to its logical conclusion.
That is amazing. But I feel like I have to wonder if the cast like, did they know they're doing satire?
You must. There have to be cool people. That's the thing. I feel like a lot of people secretly hate all this shit. So like, they must. They. I don't know. They must.
Because to me, this would be like if you're a non-woke theater kid in New York, this has to then be the show that you want to be in.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You
They
know?
probably found. It looks like a small cast. They probably found like the 6 or 7 cool people in theater in New York and put them in it.
Oh my God. That's wild. Okay.
We're going to see it. We are going to
We're gonna
Slam
go. We'll go. That's crazy. What a
I'm so
ride.
excited.
Okay. So we have to find the EBT Cats.
Let me see how long that's playing.
And we have to watch Suffs.
Yes. Yeah, we gotta find a slime tutorial of EBT Cats.
I feel like
You have
John.
ones to trade. I only have Beetlejuice to trade because they want to trade.
See, I don't have any trade value now because all my stuff is from like back in the day.
I feel like that's more valuable.
No, it's not like, and again, it's all on like DVD and CD. Like I'm talking, I was snail, but you also have to remember, and you can feel free to completely make fun of me because it is hilarious, but like I was like borderline an original rent head, okay? So you don't even know. You don't
I
even know.
love / hate Rent.
You don't
I
even know
both
the kind of stuff
hate
I
and
have.
I love it.
You have no idea. So if there's like kids out there who still like have some nostalgia or some like hard on for Rent, like I would be your girl for that. But I have all like the classic stuff. Like I have a ton of Rent. I have a ton of Les Mis. I have a ton of Miss Saigon, which I'm sure is super problematic now. Phantom.
Leah Salonga is a queen.
She is, but have you seen her?
I know. It's so
all they got to her. She looks like a lesbian. They got to her.
She's so pretty.
They got to her. She's all queer and shit.
No.
She's all
Oh
good.
my God, Sage. Have you ever seen Love Never Dies? There's a pro shot of it. Have you ever seen Love Never Dies, the
Okay,
Phantom of
is
the
that
Opera
like
sequel?
a sequel to Phantom of the Opera.
It is unfathomable. It is unfathomably horrendous.
Okay, why?
I don't even know if it's like funny bad. I think it might just be, I think it might go past so bad it's good into so bad it's bad.
Did you see it, or you've just? I've never even listened.
I think it only played in London. It never opened here, but they filmed it.
Oh,
So you can watch it wherever.
Oh, we need to watch it then because I've never seen it. I've never even heard the music. I knew it existed, and I was like, I am not acknowledging a sequel to Phantom of the Opera. I'm not.
The music is horrible. Oh my God, the
Is
things
it
that happen in the show.
Andrew Lloyd Webber, did he?
He's very hit or miss. He is very hit or miss.
He really is, because you have Phantom, you have Jesus Christ Superstar, and then you have like Starlight Express, and I don't know.
Oh my God. I just
What?
thought of what musical we have to watch. I haven't seen it. I don't know very much about it, so I'd be
Okay.
going in blind.
Okay,
Bad Cinderella.
what's Bad Cinderella?
Ooh. Andrew Lloyd Webber wrote, it came out a couple years ago. I think it probably played for like a week and shut down. Andrew Lloyd Webber wrote a musical. It's a feminist girl boss version of Cinderella. And she comes out in the commercial. She would be like, I'm not your Cinderella. I'm your bad Cinderella.
See, something happened to him. Like, I don't know if it's Sarah Brightman. I don't know. Something happened to Andrew Lloyd Webber that is dark. Something dark has made a home in him. Like, it is basically the problem.
Look what I found. Oh my God. Okay, we have to watch. Oh, wait, that's Cinderella. I thought it said Bad Cinderella Salon. Okay, come on. There's got to be. I know a Chinese site that has a lot of slime tutorials, so I'm gonna find. I have it saved.
Did Bad Cinderella didn't play on Broadway?
It did for like a week.
It did. How did I miss this?
Oh,
Because I used to keep up with like the theater news constantly, and now I feel like it's once a month. I'm like, let me go to playbill.com and see what the hell is going on, or I'll fall down rabbit holes on YouTube, and that's how I ended up watching that whole London craziness.
Look at this. Yeah, there's got to be a slime tutorial of that. That show is like infamous.
Cinderella. I'm your bad Cinderella.
I'm your bad Cinderella.
Oh,
wait, let me don't take the stream down. Look how edgy she is. She's so edgy.
Oh, is she gonna write the word bad?
She probably cuts the crust off her sandwiches because she's so edgy. She probably goes to a late movie in the middle of the week. She's so edgy. We have to watch.
No, it's like remember in like Sex and the City when Carrie's like saying she's like, I'm the kind of girl that goes to a midnight movie in the middle of the week. I'm crazy.
I'm like, oh, you basic bitch. Her and Bad Cinderella need to get together.
Exactly. Oh my god, yeah. I somehow missed Bad Cinderella.
We gotta watch that. Okay, so we have Bad Cinderella, EBT Cats. We gotta. It's sometimes hard to find a slime tutorial of something that's like on Broadway now. So I feel like Bad Cinderella should be easy. But I'm gonna find something to trade these bitches. I'm gonna be like a junkie in an alleyway trying to trade Broadway musicals with these.
And
bitches.
you only have Beetlejuice.
It's a really good copy, though. It looks like a pro shot. Dylan sent it to me. He's the best.
Yeah. Sometimes
it's so good, too. Beetlejuice is so good.
Again, if it was still like the snail mail era, I would be like your queen. But unfortunately,
be my dealer.
I would. But again, I don't even think I have shows that kids would be interested in. Like I have, old school stuff. I don't know. So this is going to be difficult. Someone must have it. Also, this isn't a musical, but it's a play. And I think it was in the Tonys, not this last time, but the time before. And I was so horrified by this. And I've been trying to find a slime tutorial of it just because I'm like, okay, this is going to be every bit as atrocious as I think it is. And I found clips, and yes, it's definitely as atrocious as I think it is. It's a play called John Proctor is the Villain. Have you heard of this?
Oh, I've heard that. Super lefty.
Yeah, because basically it's about a bunch of bitches in a high school English class, and their male teacher has them read The Crucible, and they come to some different conclusions about The Crucible, most notably that John Proctor is the villain. Okay, so it's all this just feminist patriarch, like, it is grotesque. It is so vulgar in the extreme that it was like, I need to find this. And apparently it was, when it was on Broadway, it was simultaneously licensed for schools to do, because God knows that's just the play that kids need to be doing. So you have all these high school productions of kids doing this, and I'm like, yeah, this is why we're fucked. Like, this is why, like, this is so awful. And of course there's stuff about, like, you find out that, like, one of the fathers is molesting the daughter, and then basically men are bad. The witches in Salem, like, the girls in Salem did nothing wrong. They're victims of patriarchy is basically the takeaway from this. John Proctor, who ends up hanging, he's the villain. He's the villain. The one who is accused of being a witch and forced to, he won't sign a confession, so they kill him. he's the villain. He has victimized the girls who accused him of witchcraft is the takeaway here.
It's what Duke said. We live in a sick society. Oh my God, though. But in the sick society, we have some good news. The Chinese people have a slime tutorial of Bad Cinderella. Thank you, Chinese people.
What is this site? What am I looking
I'll
at?
send it to you. I don't know how to say any of this. I barely know what to click on. However, the Chinese people, don't ask me. I have no idea how I found it. But once in a while, you can find a slime tutorial on here.
Wait, do they have other, like, what? Wait, but that says it's only 4 minutes long. Or
What's
is that?
No, the one right here.
Oh, okay.
2 hours and 4 minutes of Bad Cinderella.
Oh, okay. Do they have other Broadway stuff?
Yeah, it's just hard to find ones that are out now. Like, I don't... some of them are audio, though. This might... Oh, wait, it opened a new window. Let me see. Don't be audio. Don't be audio. Come on. Don't be audio. Let me see. Yeah, it's fucking audio. They got clips.
I will look too.
We'll find. I feel like that one ones that are on Broadway are harder, so we got to do some digging and find EBT cats. But we got Bad Cinderella.
Okay. And we have subs. Like, we know we have subs. I feel like too that like Josh would be a good one to do subs with.
Oh yes.
You know what I mean? That would be really good.
I feel like Vaughn would hate that too.
Yeah, I mean, basically anyone who's not wholly retarded would hate it. So, I know that site is crazy.
You know, I feel like we needed Slam Frank and some musicals after the nightmares that we've been through tonight.
I know. I'm so like. I hope I wasn't too hysterical and like nutty.
Are you crazy? You the thing is, you're not aware of the fact that you are a fucking superstar. Because you are, and it's like you have no idea.
Well, that's you, my friend.
Slam Frank gives me hope. Same.
Yeah, no, I mean, I just have to believe that it attracts the people who are like, okay, this is all bullshit, and we just need to like.
We're going to see it, Sage. We're going to see it.
We're going to go.
We got a little time, so everyone, pray for me this week with some stuff I got going on. Pray to the employment gods. I got some cool stuff, hopefully, happening.
And call me sometime this week because we have to talk about your back.
I love you.
We're going to talk about your back.
You're the best. Well, chat fam, thank you guys so much for hanging out tonight. You guys are the best. Thanks, Dad, if you're still watching. I love you.
Thank you, Dad. I love you too.
Sage, where can people find you?
You can find me on the platform formerly known as Twitter. It's just at Sage501, and I'm a mouthy little nobody. Come follow me.
You're crazy. You crazy is what you are. You're nobody. You're everybody. You're everybody.
I love you.
Yes, that's so funny. I was just telling my dad last night, I'm like, I want to interview you. Not as your son, though. Like, I just want to talk about his whole life and career. So, yeah, I'm trying to get my dad to come on here.
Oh, that would be so cool.
Right? Because he's had, like, a crazy
life
and career. What was I saying? Oh, yes. What have I got coming up? Tuesday, I'm going to be back on Pop Culture Crisis at 3 p.m. Eastern. Then Tuesday night, I've got a stream on here with Tugs. She's awesome. I feel like I'm saying like a slur or something anytime I say her handle, but she's super cool, super nerdy. You guys will love her. I was on a stream with her recently and we fell in love. So that's Tuesday. Thursday, Brett from Pop Culture Crisis will be on Pimpcast, and we are going to figure out when we're going to do our musical streams. I should know my schedule better tomorrow. So do all the stuff. You guys, do me a favor. When the stream ends, make sure you liked it. Leave a comment after, because the algorithm hates me, which I bring upon myself. It's well deserved. My dad says I'm still here. Love you guys. We love you more.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I will see you guys Pop Culture Crisis on Tuesday and MIKEroaggress'd Tuesday night. This beautiful lady, thank you so much for coming on. I love you so much.
I love you so much. Love you madly. Love the chat. See you soon, my love.
Mwah, love you guys. Good night.